What? 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 Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
Well, hello and welcome back, everyone. Woo!
Yeah.
Your news dudes are back on the case. Never fear, everything's gonna go great.
Fucking way.
Shut up, Chucky. No one asked you. Hi Tim.
Hi.
How was your long weekend?
It was mostly good.
Yeah, considering, you know.
The land of Connecticut is currently a frozen tundra. It got rather cold.
Sucks.
Got rather cold over the weekend. And it snowed.
Pretty sure I mean, you saying that to Chicago? I mean, like, you're saying that to us? It's cold and you got some snow. You're saying that to us now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of New England, dude. Y'all don't have no problems. Like, you just fucking complain.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
You get snow for like 16 minutes. You're like, oh my God. Oh my. I'm like, your snow's already gone whilst you were complaining about it.
Well, it's still there. I see it right outside.
I've had the same freaking mound of snow in front of my house for like 3 weeks. I'm about to name it. I named it Tons of Snow.
Tons of snow. No, I sent Mikey. I sent you some pictures earlier of my Zeus getting acupuncture.
Yeah, he looks high as shit.
He was a little bit. He was in the middle of a gabapentin, so he was a little. Yeah. Now he's sleeping it all off right now.
He's like, we are the universe.
I sent the same pictures to my wife, and all she said was, he just looks rather annoyed.
No, that's his third eye chakra opening. She wouldn't understand.
But yeah, I had to take him to the vet for his acupuncture therapy, which seems to be working, so I keep doing it.
Shit, I might have to scoot over, Apollo or Zeus. Zeus, scoot over. Hit me with a couple of them needles. I got this thing in my shoulder. I got this thing. Dude, this is so stupid. I am like literally like my whole body is like a little teapot. And I couldn't figure out like only the right side of my body was like getting so freaking like achy and all these little joint issues. It's from the kid. She won't let me put her on my other arm. She starts freaking out like it's like uncomfortable or something, and she wants to be on the right side. And it's just like, all right, whatever. So now I'm like, 3 years into this, and I'm just like, this damn shoulder is not so good. It's you little 40-pound weight dragging my shoulder out of you popping my shit out of place. You're gonna have to rotate shoulders, lady.
This is gonna probably sound pretentious, but I don't mean it in this way.
The girls are fighting, aren't they?
One of the things I learned from doing yoga is like your body has like asymmetry. Like there's one side that's like tighter than the other, and there's one side that's more sore or stiff than the other, and like
right.
I've been doing a bit of yoga over the last couple of years, and I found that my left side is more stiff than my right side, but that's because I'm like left hand dominant.
That's your strong hand.
But it's always God, my left hip I'm old. I am old. My left hip is always sore.
We're like Statler and Waldorf. And then pretty soon it'll just be like Zeus and Zero will be holding the little sticks to keep our arms going, and we'll be just like the little puppets in the balcony. We should do that with we should set up the green screens and we should like make a background that makes it look like we're sitting up in the balcony.
Oh my God.
Just a thought. We'll have to play with it. That's gonna take hours. But when we get that shot, boy, will it be funny. Speaking of funny, hey, chat, Billy and Miss LB.
I'll help you later with that.
Not this.
Man, we got so many sounds now.
Fuck
There
the
we go.
hell off.
Yeah, Tim, you're a youngster.
I don't feel like a youngster currently.
Like butter over too much bread.
I feel like this.
Yeah. Or this. It's back. I love it. Okay. Well, no time like the present. Hope you guys like the banter. Now for the pain. Now for the pain. Oh. I didn't tell you this one, but this one I had on the list. Am I already lagging? What the hell? What the hell?
Lag switching motherfucker.
Speaking of not lag switching, but I did run into some cheaters on Titanfall this weekend. I was just like, dude, Titanfall? You're
Who
cheating in
uses
Titanfall? I'm like, who uses aimbot in Titanfall?
How old is that game? What do you need the cheat for?
2012.
What do you need the cheat for?
They don't want to miss any shots. Like I watched the kill cam, I was like, no way, dude, not an aimbot.
Not Titan. Like, come on, guys. Of all the games,
it's pure and beautiful. Leave it alone. It's just us and you and your robot against the world. Like, why would you corrupt that?
It's going out there and like aimbot and like Armored Core or something like that. Like, what's even the point?
I mean, it's already a robot, so you're just like, let the robot do everything.
Thank you for joining us.
I ride on the back.
Again, I'm Jennifer Homendy, Chairwoman of the National Transportation Safety Board.
We're gonna let her cook.
I want to start by saying this is not
Get the
something
soundboard ready.
normally where we weigh in so strongly on.
And just for the record, hey, audience, kick your feet up, get your coffee, get ready to do some commenting. We're gonna watch a lot of stuff today.
Yes, and we're gonna try not to rant because we want to watch the things.
We're just gonna be playing some videos. So, welcome to the Bin Rebroadcast Network.
And legislation that is moving before the House and Senate. But given
MST,
that the DCA
TVNP.
investigation is really our agency's highest priority right now, we think it's important that we talk about what is happening with NDAA. So the NTSB vehemently opposes Section 373.
Unfortunately, I'll do one pause. Unfortunately, I guess I could just keep going because she's going to talk for a minute.
National Defense Authorization
Unfortunately, this stuff
Act,
is very
or
boring
NDAA.
sounding.
This
Just let it cook for a
section,
minute.
to the lay reader, is drafted to seemingly enhance safety. I want to be very clear that it does not in any way enhance safety.
Safety? Sounds
In
important.
fact,
Wonder what
it
she's talking
reverses
about.
I really have no idea
safety
what the hell
changes
he's talking
made
about.
after the mid-air collision, after issuance of our urgent safety recommendations, after the
talking to
Secretary
you.
of Transportation, Sean Duffy, rightfully implemented our urgent safety recommendations and essentially gives the military unfettered access to the crowded and complex DC airspace.
It can only good
In
happen.
fact, it would allow the secretary of any military department, generals, flag officials, to allow training missions in the DC airspace to take place without key safety reforms put in place after the January 29th mid-air collision. This
Y'all forgot
is a
that already?
significant
I did.
significant safety setback.
They said
It
that was
represents
all the
an
way in
unacceptable
January.
risk to the flying public,
It's fine
to
now.
commercial and military aircraft crews, and to the residents in the region. It's also an unthinkable dismissal of our investigation and of 67 families who lost loved ones in a tragedy that was entirely preventable.
Guys, that shit just pisses me off, man. Okay.
So some forensic research has been done after the fact. What they were doing in the helicopter was they turned off their proximity alarm, and they had the pilot flying with night vision.
How silly of them.
So they could barely see anybody and nobody could see them.
Why
And
did
that's what led to the midair class, because it's part of their training thing.
Through like active airport
Yes.
fucking airspace to do that.
It's almost like we have Air Force bases out in the fucking desert for a reason. So there is nothing for you to hit. There is no line of sight issues. You're out in the fucking flats. There is nothing out there. That's where you practice. You don't practice around fucking DC. What is wrong with them? And now now Trump's gonna hand out some paperwork, and Sean Duffy's gonna approve some paperwork where the generals can just and this is the other thing. They're saying training exercises. No, they mean ice raids.
Yeah.
They want to use every single airport as a launching spot for an ice raid. Well, you can't fucking do that safely, stupid. Just training like before you fucking ran into people. 76 families grieving. What are you thinking? God, y'all are stupid sometimes, man. 11 months, almost 11 months to the day. And they've completely forgotten about the entire plane full of figure skating children. Like, what are y'all thinking?
This is sick shit.
For sure. Yo. What up, Allie?
This is shameful. It is shameful. We should be working together in partnership to prevent the next accident, not inviting history to repeat itself by recreating the same conditions that were in place on January 29th. Now, I'll take a few questions, but I want to be very clear. At no point was the NTSB ever consulted about this language. We were unaware. We have spent a great deal reaching out to anyone. I will talk to anyone in the Hill. I don't care who they are. If they are for safety, they want to know about safety, I will talk to you. But not once did House Armed Services or Senate Armed Services reach out to us. Yet we briefed them on our urgent safety recommendations after their issuance. Not once.
Can you do me a favor, Tim? I think this will be a recurring theme. Can you copy and paste the switchboard number for DC?
What?
The congressional switchboard.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Hold on one second.
It's like 618-200 something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But because I just want people to have the resource they need. If you need to call your Republican House or Senate member, call them. Because that'll be a rising theme today. We're going to be giving you a lot of things to call about. There's a lot of stuff that you might need some clarification from your representative. Because they think that they could just do whatever. To the Supreme Court we go.
Justice Kagan?
I'm wondering, Mr. Francisco, whether your answer to Justice Alito didn't contradict, or at least is in tension with your answer to me, because when...
Okay, so this is the, let's say, Supreme Court hears oral arguments for National Republican Senatorial Committee versus FEC. So, Tim, this is revisiting which one?
We talked about this last week. This is oral arguments for a Supreme Court case around like the last vestiges of campaign finance law that still exist. It's about parties coordinating funds to candidates.
I talked to you about some of the dangers of taking off these expenditure limits, what have. You said, no worries, because really everybody's just going to continue to contribute to super PACs. That's really the way to favor a candidate. But to Justice Alito, you said, no, this is going to reshape the balance between super PACs and parties. And I'm inclined to say that you can't have it both ways.
So, Your Honor, I think that what I was getting at in response to your question, and if I wasn't clear, maybe I can clarify it now, is that there's not the risk that somebody is going to try to launder a bribe through the party to the candidate in exchange for official action.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Particularly when that so-called bribe is capped out at $44,000.
Which is really not
when they can call it
$44,000,
$500,000, call it whatever you want through this very
well, $500,000, that's a lot more than $44,000.
Through this very circuitous joint fundraising operation that has never occurred in the quid pro quo time.
Yeah, nobody seems to find this circuity all that difficult to deal with. At this point, all of these committees are in constant communication with each other and funnel money back and forth without any difficulty. Because of, once you have the joint fundraising committees in place, this is not very difficult.
And then you would think that if it were so easy and it were so common, it would be fairly easy to find at least one example in all American history to find where it has been used to effectuate this type of quid pro quo conduit bribery. Yet there is none, not in that context, not in any other context, even though there are lots of laws that will allow that type of scheme if you wanted it. But let
me ask you another question, which is, on your theory, as I understood your theory, if you took everything that you said to me about why we shouldn't worry about, and to the Chief Justice about why we shouldn't worry about these limits, I would think that that would apply just as well if it was another kind of group rather than a party that was coordinating with the candidate, or indeed if it was an individual coordinating with the candidate.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Why wouldn't everything you say apply to individuals and private groups?
Sure.
Such that now, rather than telling those individuals, you can go contribute to a super PAC or do your own independent expenditures, but no, you cannot coordinate with the candidate for more than $3,300. Now you can.
And it's all of the reasons that this court gave in McCutcheon why this type of conduit bribery scheme is less of a risk than a direct bribery scheme.
No, I understand that that's your argument. And what I'm asking you is that argument applies just as well if instead of a party, we substitute another group or an individual.
She's like, I heard what you said. It's just fucking wrong.
Oh, I very much disagree with that, Your Honor. If I'm an individual and I want to directly bribe a candidate, I can say to the candidate, I will either give you $50,000 cash, $50,000 donation, or spend $50,000 on your behalf. I am directly bribing that candidate with.
Hey, Tim, what if I buy $50 billion in, I don't know, a crypto coin?
And, give it directly to a campaign?
No. I just buy the coin.
Oh, well.
Like, let's just say a candidate or maybe an elected official has a meme coin, which doesn't really have any intrinsic value, but,
Oh, yes. You're talking about, so let's theoretically.
Straight up bribery, aka Trump coin.
Hypothetically, you were running for president and you created a meme coin. Right. So that people could bribe you directly and completely subvert the campaign finance system.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hypothetically, it's completely legal.
So crazy.
Whatever benefit I'm offering. With conduit bribery scheme, you by definition don't have that direct relationship between the donor and the candidate.
Yeah, boy, you are assuming a lot there about people's honestly, dumbness. I mean, everybody knows where the money is coming from when it's done.
Hold on.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
In this way. So the fact that I have a party as a conduit, the fact that I have a different private group as a conduit, it's not hard to figure out where the money is coming from, either for that person, the original source of the money, or for the candidate. And all I'm suggesting to you is that if your argument sort of depends on, in fact, this is very complicated, people don't do this, you know, you have to devise a flow chart to see how it works. I can be skeptical of that, but even if I put that skepticism aside, it would apply just as well to a conduit that was not a political party, to a conduit that was another private group, or indeed to, an individual.
So,
I mean, so it's not bad if Russia gives a whole bunch of money because it went through a fucking PAC.
Right, exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
Exactly, it doesn't matter. This guy is like, no one would ever conceive of a possible bribery scheme like this. Who would even think to do that?
Are you acting like people could just give money for influence? Your Honor, if it would please the court. Like, dude, fuck off. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, motherfucker, that's what.
Put in your votes now.
Why the fuck do you think we made the law? Right? Like, you act like this never happened before.
No, and he acts like it would never. He did say it. I think in a minute coming up, he does say that it has never happened in the history of campaign finance, and Justice Kagan's like, that's not true.
We'll play.
Two responses to that, Your Honor. The first is that I think I'm simply...
That's where we should be, Tim. We should be on the Supreme Court. The both of us. We'll kick out the two conservatives. They can pick amongst themselves. Just throw a gavel into a circle of them and let them pound it out. You know what I mean? Let them adjudicate who gets to be the two that leaves. But just put us on the Supreme Court. I think we have the temperament for sure. We definitely have the FGC skills, which I think is way more. Footsies is way more important than law school. And we're coming at it from like a very fresh and new perspective, which is, what the fuck does the law already say? And not let's just change shit for our best fucking friend over here. Like, it's almost like we could just like read it in the moment. Like after, you know what I mean? Like they bring a case to us, and we get like 6 weeks to like just read the whole shit.
Yeah, I mean, they submit the briefs, we read them. It's fine.
We'll just figure it out, and we'll get better, as it goes, and then it'll probably take not as long.
I'd be like, so the law here says that you can't do that. So I need you to explain to me how you can without sounding dumb.
Right. Maybe perhaps some other law could help you. No? Well, it's been a fun 16 minutes. Y'all have a blessed day. And then we're back online, baby. We're back doing the stream.
Yeah.
Clarence can go. Clarence, bye, Clarence.
Get rid of Clarence and get rid of Amy Coney Barrett, I think.
Yeah.
Or Brett Kavanaugh.
Oh,
I'd take any of those three.
I think Kavanaugh needs to go first.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Kavanaugh and Clarence Thomas.
There you go.
No, I think those are the worst. Those are the two. For me, those are the worst. Clarence Thomas is just a creature, man.
He is.
Not all skin folk is kinfolk.
Assuming whether it's dumb or not dumb, I'm simply assuming the same chain of reasoning that this court adopted in McCutcheon when it explained that the risk of conduit bribery was not nearly as significant when you had the party standing in.
See, I don't agree with that. I think that McCutcheon says, I was on the other side of McCutcheon, but McCutcheon says we take these circumvention rationales seriously. Now, they said there was no reason to fear circumvention there, but the entire thrust of the opinion was, if you could show us that this was a way to circumvent the base limits, that would be a reason to keep these limits in place. And then in evaluating why the aggregate limits were not necessary in order to further anti-circumvention goals, the court specifically pointed to this limit as part of the status quo that would prevent circumvention.
So, Your Honor, maybe we just have different readings of McCutcheon, but I'm relying on the statement, for example, where McCutcheon said there is not the same risk of quid pro quo corruption or its appearance when money flows through independent actors to a candidate as when a donor contributes to a candidate directly, because the court explained.
Bro,
when an
all right, but
individual
that was the
contributes-
lawyer for McCutcheon. That wasn't like the Supreme Court saying that. That was just the lawyer.
But Your Honor, somebody already made up this bullshit excuse.
And she's like, you know, the whole reason that we gave it to McCutcheon was that this law, this provision was cited as a stopgap for some of that stuff. So why are we going to let you do it?
Anyway, all right. Let
It's to a
me
party.
let me do this. I'm gonna stop my share. I think I have to
It can
refresh.
only good happen.
All
Let
right,
me refresh.
I'll
I'm
find it.
all row bit bop 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 tea. I'll be right back.
All right, he's gone. Let's talk about him. I gotta get the playlist now. Playlist. Party on. Excellent. Headliners.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Oh shit, Mikey's back. Stop talking about him.
Oh, domo. Domo domo. Papa. She's so crazy.
All right.
All right, next video.
Next video. Oh, there are a lot of them. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. So we'll let the paper shufflers say it, because to be honest, they kind of did okay this morning. Unplug myself.
Were found dead in their home. President Trump took to social media to mock, insult, and level baseless attacks against the Hollywood legend. The president wrote that the couple passed away, quote, reportedly due to the
Oh boy.
cause.
I mean, like, where's my girl? Where's my girl at? Where's my girl at? Where's my girl?
This is sick shit.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Like, yo, he's fucking tripping.
I like how he's playing both sides of the fence here. He's like, a very sad thing happened in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, Rob Reiner was neither tortured nor struggling. But anyway, once very talented movie director and comedy star has passed away, together with his wife, reportedly due to anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction. Like, the troll here is really bad.
Yeah. And it's horrible projection.
Yeah.
It's
like,
just projection.
It starts out that, oh, I'm sad that this dude I didn't like passed away. And then it goes into, but I'm not really sad because he was crazy.
Dude, just literally where it says Rob Reiner, just substitute Trump's name. It works exactly for him. A tortured and struggling, but once very talented movie director and comedy star.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these failings.
Yeah.
Massive incurable affliction and mind crippling disease. Yeah, Trump, you do have Trump derangement syndrome. It's whatever the fuck is wrong with you. Because there is something the fuck wrong with you. We just don't. We'll have to name it that. And then the MAGAs have it too.
Boy.
It's some sort of bacterium living up in there.
He was known to have driven people crazy with his raging obsession with President Donald J. Trump, with obvious paranoia reaching new heights.
Time out. No, this is the first time that he speaks in the third person.
Yeah. Well, Rob Reiner has been very vocal in his outspokenness about Donald Trump since Donald Trump became president the first time. Like,
which is his right.
I got his newsletters for a while because I accidentally signed up for them, and it was pretty constant. He really didn't like Trump. Not a fan. Wanted the guy impeached.
Fair. Justified.
But yeah, Trump is a gross person. Full stop. He is the worst of the worst.
Like, as soon as you find out, you just pick up your phone and start shit talking.
Yeah.
Is buck wild. That's crazy. Bro, imagine Obama.
I know.
Imagine Obama waking up in the middle of the night and being like, yo, fuck you, Rush Limbaugh, you piece of shit.
Exactly.
Like, imagine. He would have been goated.
And Mikey and I were talking before the show. I mean, what happened to all the people that are like, oh, give Charlie Kirk's corpse a chance? Like,
jeez, man, they were like, get him, or JD Vance, call their boss, get him fired. And they trying to shut these people up.
Someone needs to call Stephen Miller and get Trump fired.
Yeah, we got to tell Trump, I'm going to tell your boss, Stephen Miller, on you. Keep it up, Trump. I'm going to call Steve and be like, yo, Steve, Trump over here acting up again. You gonna lose your phone privileges. Wait till I tell Stephen.
all the people are like, oh my God, Charlie Kirk just died. Why don't you leave him alone? Like, Rob Reiner just died. Why don't you fucking leave him alone, man?
They already forgot about what's his face Kirk. It's all about Erica Kirk is the Kirk now. So ain't nobody, they don't meme Charlie to literal death. He gone. They don't even care about him. They don't talk about him. They just fucking had everybody marching up and down in Congress to fucking pay their fealty to the let's all get along Charlie Kirk act.
Yeah.
Remember that from fucking a month ago? You made everybody fucking no more dialed up rhetoric, la-di-da-di-da. And then it was Marjorie Brown Grass and and oh, is she in danger? Oh, too bad about that. Like, yo, turned on your little asses immediately. Your congressional switchboard number is right down there. You can dial 202-224-3121.
Actually, Mikey, I've got a little bit of bonus content here. This is breaking news. This is where you should call your fucking House of Representatives members and tell them to stop fucking around.
Uh-oh. House Republican leaders ditch vote on ACA funding, all but ensuring premiums will rise.
Speaker of the House, the Keebler elf,
Speaker Keebler,
says that he won't call on a vote to extend enhanced subsidies under the Affordable Care Act, effectively guaranteeing they will expire at the end of this month, which means higher premiums will go into effect for millions of Americans. The speaker made the announcement Tuesday after a closed-door Republican caucus meeting, saying that leadership failed to reach a deal with centrist members. This is what this means. The MAGA wing of the party couldn't get the few moderate Republicans that were left in Congress to say, no, we won't vote on this, because they want to extend those credits because they want to get reelected.
So they need it.
So they couldn't get the votes to vote it down. So now the Speaker of the House is shutting it down, and the only recourse the House Democrats have is a discharge petition,
which can happen.
They could win,
which could totally happen, because this is that rubber, like the very last millimeter of rubber hitting the road, and it's going to be straight rim after that. Like you Republicans, you House Republicans only have very few off ramps left. You are going to have to jump out of this moving vehicle very soon. It is going off the cliff, baby.
So further on down, it says there's about a dozen members in the conference that are in these swing districts who
Oh
are fighting
no.
hard to make sure they reduce costs for all of their constituents. And many of them did want to vote on the Obamacare era subsidy, said that the Democrats created, Speaker Johnson said. We look forward to a way for allow for that pressure valve release.
Slick snake.
Yeah.
I had to play it.
He said he worked on it all through the weekend.
They gotta go. They gotta take something home, man. And let me tell you something. If they don't get these healthcare subsidies, there's going to be 20 Marjorie Taylor Greens, because there's no fucking way that they're gonna try to run an election with, hey, I know I just jacked up your insurance $500 a month, but listen, no, it's gonna be fuck you, get the fuck out of here forever. Goodbye.
So,
done.
Call your
Or
congressman.
they're gonna stay home,
Yeah.
which is even better.
Call your
And they
congressman,
waste the
call your
money.
senator. Tell them you want this fucking done.
The congressional switchboard is you can dial 202-224-3121.
But this is weakest Speaker of the House in recent memory.
Right.
Mike Johnson not being able to control his own conference because he doesn't want to vote on subsidies that would make things better in his own district. He lives in one of the shittiest districts in Louisiana.
Why is that so funny? It's just subtle enough. Thank you.
Like his constituents need this money. The people of Louisiana need this money.
Yes. Everyone needs it. Like, this is not solving the healthcare crisis. This is literally setting something on fire and not knowing how to work the fire extinguisher. Like, they don't know what they're doing. Call them and tell them to fucking take the off ramp. It is time to take the off ramp. No more fucking around. Put on your indicator so that the cars around you know what's going on, and you need to exit the fucking highway now. You want to finish reading this, or you want to let Mika do it?
We'll let Mika do it.
Others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. This is the president's words. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump. Police have arrested the couple's own 32-year-old son, Nick Reiner, in connection with the killings, holding him without bail on suspicion of murder. Nick has spoken out over the years about struggles with drug addiction and homelessness. There is, of course, no indication politics had anything to do with the deaths. The president then...
Even if it did.
Yeah, even if it did.
Give it a freaking weekend. He's got friends and fucking family. For fuck's sake, give him a day. Golly.
Doubled down on his tasteless, inflammatory words when
Shocking.
asked by reporters if he stood by the disgusting post.
Okay, and he's going to do it again here. You'll hear it now that I've pointed out for you. Wait for the fucking third person. No.
I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person as far as Trump is concerned. He said he knew it was false. In fact, it's the exact opposite, that I was a friend of Russia, controlled by Russia. You know, it was the Russia hoax. He was one of the people behind it. I think he hurt himself in career-wise. So he became like a deranged person, Trump derangement syndrome. So I was not a fan of Rob Reiner at all in any way, shape, or form. I thought he was very bad for our country. I love Tesla.
Scrambled eggs with peanut butter.
Yeah, damn, man. That dude he's just a body with no brain.
Like, what if Krang was dumb as shit?
Yeah.
Stupid as brain.
It's like they let Frankenstein's monster be president.
And it's got Alzheimer's and it's racist.
There's a lot of reaction to this, really shocked, negative reaction. Let's run through some of it. Laura Ingraham tweeted the following yesterday, quote, Rob Ryan.
Bro, not Laura Ingraham.
Yo,
the
Laura
literal
Ingraham?
the horse-faced man of the apocalypse. Oh, like even she is like, what the fuck? Dude. So where's my girl? Oh, come on, Laura. Oh, what?
This is sick shit.
I don't know who could pull this off. How the hell you think you're steering out of this?
If you only knew how ridiculous that statement is, you wouldn't have said it.
Was a legend. His work as an actor and director entertained generations and will live on. We strongly disagreed on politics, but when I ran into him at a Brentwood restaurant years ago, we had a respectful conversation, and he agreed on the spot. His
Okay, Mika. Okay.
Also on Fox News last night, Jesse Waters addressed the murder of the Reiners and interviewed
Jesse
actor
Waters?
James
Oh,
Wood,
man.
a vocal Trump supporter.
And yo, peep Jesse Waters is like body language and shit like that. Like the Fox News crew has so few emotions in their like standby phase, you know, when they go into ready mode waiting for the next question. Like it's so gross because he is like plastic Homelander over there. Like it's so weird.
Border. Woods offered
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Woods offered a far different
Not
message
your line,
than
Joe.
what President Trump
Shut the
posted.
fuck up, Joe.
And
He's
when
cooking.
people say horrible things about Rob right now, I find it quite frankly infuriating and distasteful. Did I agree with his politics? I did not. Did I love him as a friend, as an artist, as an icon of Hollywood, and as a patriot? I most certainly did. And I am just absolutely devastated by this terrible event, especially for his family.
You know, James Wood, we all know he's about as strong of a Donald Trump supporter as you can have. And son to leave.
Bro, the worst human, Pierce Morgan, the absolute worst. This is a dreadful thing to say about a man who just got murdered by his troubled son. Deleted Mr. President at real Donald Trump. Even Pierce is like, yo, I'm a garbage. Like I'm the modern like bum fights times Jerry Springer like he's all of the filth mixed into one channel. And even he's like, what the fuck, bro?
Paul is a shame. He's shameful.
Oh, I forgot what this guy's job was.
Charles C.W. Cook?
I'll let them read it.
More reaction from prominent conservatives. Russell Moore, the editor-at-large of Christianity Today, wrote, quote, how this vile, disgusting, and immoral behavior has become normalized in the United States is something our descendants will study in school to the shame.
God damn.
Damn.
He just dropped a Christian nuke on that fool. God damn.
Of our generation. Editor of the National Review, Ramesh Ponnuru, has this one-word response to the president, quote, disgusting. Charles C.W. Cook, another editor at the National Review, posted, quote, that Trump wrote this is insane and disgraceful. That the White House chose to tweet it out is pathological.
Right, because that was on True Social, and then the White House Twitter account copied what he said and then put it out. Like, what is going on over here? They've lost it.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
time,
guys,
y'all.
That shit just pisses me off, man. Okay.
Congressional switchboard dial 202-224-3121. And then you can be directed from there to your representatives. And they can help you. Just know what your zip code is. I'll tell you all the people that represent you. It's usually like, Well, no, I guess that depends on how many places. Oof.
And conservative commentator Eric Erickson wrote this, quote, just thinking about the president's reaction to Rob Reiner's death, a relative last night told me he voted for Trump. He likes Trump's policies, but he is exhausted by Trump and embarrassed by the president's behavior. He wished the president would
don't be
just
embarrassed.
go off the grid for a while. Instead, we have Trump going off on the murder of Rob Reiner. The president is surrounded by an evangelical team that supposedly prays for him and over him. Never mind that his council of spiritual advisors is led by a heretic. There are
Nah, he go to a different church.
A heretic.
He go to a different church. He go to the one down the street. Yeah, he go to.
It's always funny when these people all call each other fucking heretics.
Us atheists over here, like, technically you're all heretics. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
lots of evangelicals around the man, but they all seem more concerned with what they can get from him and not at all concerned
Amen.
with the state of his
Amen.
soul and where he
amen.
will spend eternity beyond.
You're down there, Joe.
not where he will spend eternity. You don't think he knows? You think he's shocked or surprised? He knows what's going down. Why do you think he's
Just want to watch the world burn.
Why do you think he's stealing all of your shit? Because he knows he's going to hell, so he's trying to go out with a bang. He's stealing everything not nailed down.
Jonathan,
Beyond this
He's going out with this bang.
life.
this is, again, we talked about James Wood, but again, we got a guy.
That should be our on-air effect for when we want to do like red alert, and then like the photon torpedoes hit us in the weed. We should do like a rack. All right, let's test it. Let's do a thing.
A fierce MAGA supporter showing empathy for the Reiners for good reason.
Joe's
Laura-
question takes about 2 minutes here, so we're just gonna.
Yeah, Joe's questions always take about 2 minutes.
I hate it when people ask you long ass questions. It's like, dude, if you want to talk, just talk.
Yeah.
It's like, well, do you think that? And then they go on for 5 minutes. Like,
And like,
what part am I answering?
I know it's like a TV journalism thing, but Joe always asks like the world's most leading questions, and they take forever.
It's at over a minute. There we go. It was a 65-second question. That's a long time, Joe.
In one of our themes in this
Yeah.
last month or two, as the president has really been in a political slump, there's no one in the White House to tell him no, and that's by design. Social media account is the president himself or Dan Scavino, who's one of his longtime advisors. They're the ones who have the keys to this, but someone in the White House response staff, they put it out. The reflexive instinct is just to fight, to double down on whatever the president says. This should not be a challenging moment. This is a moment to be a human, to express sympathy, horror, sadness, and he's simply not able to do it. When that Truth Social post came on, it came just before we came off the air yesterday. I literally gasped on air, and I'm the one who always reads the Truth Social post. I am rarely surprised by.
He's the one that they sacrificed as tribute. We did that to Tim. You gotta just grab, but you don't want everybody to get brain rotted, but you do have to push somebody in a volcano. You know,
Fuck the hell off.
What he says. I was yesterday, and it was right at the end of the show, so we didn't talk about it then because it was so outrageous. I thought maybe this one was
a
fake.
hoax. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to double check this.
I think
him saying that is a Democratic hoax, and if you still think that he said that, you're fucking crazy. Like, give it a month. Give it a month, and he'll say anybody that believed that I said that stuff about Rob Reiner is crazy. I never said that.
Yeah.
He's gonna say he never said it.
We had talked about it for a whole week. He's like, nah, I never said any of that shit.
I don't believe that. I don't believe I would say that.
a lot of his supporters said throughout the day they thought it was a hoax, and then they
he doubled
came
down
back
on
and
it.
they said
Hamas.
Then he said, oh yeah, I said that.
A transgendered Hamas Antifa hoax.
They said, sadly,
No.
we looked at it. This isn't a hoax. Mr. President, please take this down. That's from his
No,
supporters.
then he said it.
Yeah, and that's just it. After hours of outrage about this, including from Republicans, he then in the afternoon to reporters doubled down on it. And two things. The only defenders I found of this is a really hardcore, like Laura Loomer defended it, and a few people like that. But usually even acolytes of President Trump distance themselves from this. And we mentioned Charlie Kirk, and I'm glad we played that clip there. Rob Reiner showed such humanity of it. But after Charlie Kirk was killed, let's remember the hunt the people on the right went on about people who dared say anything negative about Charlie Kirk. They should lose their job.
I'm surprised they didn't threaten the HBCUs again because somebody famous got murdered. It seemed like every time that somebody famous get murdered, they start threatening all the black people. It's like, well, we have nothing to do with this. But at least this time, they were just like, let's just be horribly insensitive and mock the tragic death of this guy. So I guess that's different. I don't know if it's better.
They should do this. And now we have the president of the United States take it that much further.
And that's why, I had to watch a few times actually and really understand or try and understand what's happening. When the president doubled down on this, Willie, with his words,
I thought she forgot his name. I was like, oh shit, who is Willie? Oh, that guy. That guy's name is Willie.
Seemed to be a shift from maybe his first presidency. Sometimes he would say things that are a little bit off, but there'd be kind of a twinkle or like a sort of I'm joking, but I'm not. And there was something different here, like a change. And I don't know what it is.
Yeah, him talking in the fucking third person because his brain is fucking scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs. Oh, all of our UK people and Irish.
Another media company could be forced to pay up over its coverage of President Trump. Yesterday, Trump's legal team officially filed a $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the British Broadcasting Corporation, which is owned by British citizens, for the way it edited Trump's speech on January 6th. Dude.
Bruh. Y'all better not pay him nothing. Don't pay him. If y'all give him $1, you're cooked. Don't give him nothing. Do not pay him anything.
Don't give that man a fucking penny.
Ollie.
Otherwise, he's just going to continue to think he can just get away with whatever he wants.
Do not give him a damn dollar. Appeasement does not work. Let him throw a tantrum in the floor. Don't pay him shit. Take that shit to trial. Take it to fucking trial so he can get deposed. You know what I mean? I want to see him sit in a room for 5 to 7 days.
I mean, that's
giving 1.5, 2 hour testimonies. Let's do that. Let's drag this shit out. Take it, let it go to court. And demand that it be televised.
Especially for like Jan 6 stuff, because he's gonna say some wild shit.
That's what I'm saying. Make him talk. Don't pay up front. Take that shit to trial. And here's my thing. Do they just have like a BBC entity in the States that he's trying to sue?
I think there is a BBC America, yeah.
Okay. Because I was about to say, yeah, I'm also going to sue somebody in another country. But I guess they have some roots financially here that he can go after. Don't pay him shit. Just close that part of the business and then open it in like 2 years. It's fine. Fuck him.
Top BBC leaders have already resigned, and the company did issue an apology saying it would not air that documentary again.
Ooh, Russell with the wrist shot skating backwards. The obvious defense is ask him to prove how it damaged his reputation any more than what he has done himself. Big facts. Just be like, Leo, look at your approval rating. That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right. Yeah.
We probably helped you by cutting that stuff off. So you owe us $10 billion. Aha. Countersue. Got it. Countersue his ass for $11 billion. That'll teach him. And aren't you supposed to be doing important shit like being the president? How you got time to be going to court? This is the shit I can't stand. You're gonna get deposed, dumbass. You can't just walk around starting lawsuits left and right. Yeah, you have to participate in that shit. You don't have time for that. Remember the other 340 million of the rest of us? Hey, hello. You had a job to do.
In a statement, a member of Trump's legal team wrote, the former...
Uh-oh.
This is sick shit.
Alistair. With 2 British pounds, Trump doing it in UK or USA, as it time barred in UK. I never know what any of this means. Am I losing it? What is it? What does that mean?
Trump doing it in UK or US? I don't know.
What's time barred?
Yeah, I don't know what time barred is.
I feel stupid. Am I dumb? What does that mean? What's time barred?
I'm looking it up.
I'm furiously Googling.
Time barred means a legal claim or debt is too old to be enforced. Oh, so it's like a statute of limitations.
Oh. Okay.
Because it's past, yeah, it's a statute of limitations thing.
Oh, so he's past the limitations. Okay. Whew, we're gonna have to keep a Google tab open. But now, okay. So now I have a new word, Tim. Because at first I was like, Tim E. Bart. No, that's not it. Timmy. And then that went on for a second. Thank you, Alistair. Yes. Correct.
Respected and now disgraced BBC defamed President Trump by intentionally, maliciously, and deceptively doctoring his speech in a brazen attempt to interfere in the 2024 presidential election. The BBC has a long pattern of deceiving its audience and coverage of President Trump.
Look, if y'all think the BBC is leftist, I got like for real. It's like the most watered down tea you've ever tasted. Like it's nothing. They don't even really do hard hitting journalism over there anymore. They just be out there just kind of like stuff happened. Oh God, the Dark Lord Greg, he speaks.
Unfortunately, Greg, you get at least one more.
Oh no, that's right. I knew we shouldn't have voted for him. Could always end up pulling in Ofcom as well. And Ofcom is their the censoring people. Is that the people you have to pay when you say bad words on the radio? Is that Ofcom?
Is that like our FCC?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but that's it for this clip. Don't pay him a goddamn thing. Do not pay him.
Yeah, do not pay that man.
But speaking of bribes,
the Jeffrey Epstein files have become a defining issue for Trump in his first year back at the White House, stoking allegations that his administration is covering up for the most notorious sexual predator in recent American history and his accomplices. But something that's flown under the radar is the story of how this man and his brother, 2 of them there, both facing charges of rape and human trafficking in Romania, were suddenly allowed to return to the United States, and how the Trump administration might have been involved in that. One of those men,
hold on. Zero and the cats have been doing this thing where they sleep on top of one of these little like clamshell dog beds.
Yeah.
And he fucking rolled off of it and got stuck upside down between like he was like wedged between it and like some furniture, and he's just like,
please help.
I don't know. I don't normally ask for a lot, but if you could just like roll me.
Andrew Tate is one of the most proudly, violently misogynistic
inside the
influencers
clamshell
in the
now.
world, with an enormous following online.
I would show you. It's really good because when they sit down, then it like makes a little blanket.
Yeah.
It's fair. I don't know why they sleep on top of it.
And particularly among young men and even teenage boys. And in his online content, he and his brother have bragged about their recruitment and exploitation of women to make pornography. Both brothers have repeatedly denied criminal wrongdoing. Well, now the New York Times, in a remarkable investigative report, finds that they were released from Romanian custody only after Trump administration officials intervened. An official in the White House told the Times that it was not involved in Tate's legal matters. But the Times reports that 6 days before Trump's inauguration, Andrew Tate wrote in a text, quote, "I had word from the Trump administration that they're on top of things. I've been told I'll be free soon." And here is how the Tate brothers reacted when, in fact, they were freed. And they boarded their flights back to the States the very next month.
You know you are, Andrew. You know what we are? We are back. We are so back. No one has ever been more back than
Oh my God, these guys are fucking idiots.
It's true. And we never really left. So now we're back. Never left, but we're massively back.
Megan,
They're
too, is a
fucking
Pulitzer
the
Prize-winning
dumbest people in the
investigative
history of the
reporter
fucking
from New York
planet.
Times, one of the reporters who broke that story, and she joins me now. It's great to have you here. This is phenomenal work.
Thanks for having me.
I say that to you a lot because it's always true. So first, I guess just for folks that don't know who Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are, like, can you just give us a sense of who they are and what kind of
Yeah, that sums it up.
content they made and what their
Like
message
the human version of a
So they
Cybertruck.
are huge stars in the
A
so-called
Cybertruck dry
manosphere.
heave.
Andrew Tate, in particular, has built a massive audience of mostly young men by preaching brazen masculinity and chauvinism. And they have also taught courses on how to date women and exploit women.
They're
and make money,
grifters.
and have
They grift.
also, very notably, run a porn business for about a decade, in which they kind of bragged about basically dating women and then steering those girlfriends into
They're also
making
sexual
content, online
predators.
sexual content, in which they take most of the profits.
If I'm not mistaken, I think one of the courses they offered was like a pimping course, right? It had the acronym PIMP.
Yeah.
That's gross. Man, this clip gets a lot of play today, but
This is sick shit.
And then you know what the dumbass consultants say? Why don't we have someone like that on the left? It's like, we don't want to
know.
fucking be that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
why don't we have an Andrew Tate on the left? Because he is antithetical to what people on the left stand for.
Like, he's not masculine. That's boy behavior. He's a
Yeah.
violent boy.
He's a fucking child.
Yeah, he's a fucking he was a kickboxer or whatever. He's just an abusive boy who just hurts people who don't listen to him. He's never had to use his brain or his words to solve anything. He's fucking he's a child. An old as a bald child.
And he got rich, grifting dudes who are just lonely and like probably just needed help. And they found Andrew Tate, and that was the wrong move.
Fucking play video games. You know what I'm saying? Do something else. Don't give your fucking money and your time to weirdos like that. Fucking strange. But then they'll fucking get into the comment section and call us every name under the sun.
I know. We are
Us married motherfuckers. You know what I'm
soy
saying?
boys. Yeah, no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't put no rings on nothing.
All I'm
That's what I
saying
ain't
is I
trying to hear.
didn't have to take a course. I didn't have to take a course.
That's from the top of the dome. I got one. I put a ring on it from the top of the hazy. What do y'all got? You got nothing.
I didn't have to take a course on pimping, whatever that means.
Meanwhile, this motherfucker running from every single jail and courthouse he can find. Every country.
He was in jail in Romania for sex trafficking.
Bro, the Carmen Sandiego of being sex pests. Just jumping country to country committing sex crimes. And they over here like, how much is the course? Don't say nothing in my comments neither. Stay the fuck out.
It was a PhD,
Or I'm a sick K on you.
short for pimping hose degree.
Yes, and
And
the
Kay
whole
don't fuck
idea
around.
was, and again, they would say this is, we will teach you how to find women, create some sort of
Kay
what
comes
appears
after
to be
us and we're
romantic
friends.
connection with them.
Right.
And then use
I went to
that
school with Kay.
manipulate them into them making sexual content that you profit off of. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And they were born in the United States, but
Deport
grew up,
them.
spent much of their life growing up in Britain, and so they launched.
Yeah.
porn
Deport
business,
them.
if you will, around the mid
deport 'em to
2010s when they were
Britain.
based in
Yeah.
Britain. And in
Make them the
2015,
UK's
they moved
problem.
to Romania.
Actually,
we found out
the
Andrew
UK
was
is
actually
looking
under
for them.
criminal investigation then for alleged assault
Because
of
they're
multiple
criminals.
women.
Yeah.
And as he tells it, thought that Romania, was a place where you could get away with a lot of stuff that you couldn't get away with in the West.
I think he even said that.
He even said that, yes.
Get away
Wait,
with.
pause it for a
exactly.
second.
And so
They went to Romania because they
Yeah.
thought they could get away with stuff, and they still wound up in jail in Romania.
Hi, Sarah.
That
I
is
mean-
hilarious.
That's just not how. I mean, I've been to several countries. Never picked up charges in every fucking one of them. Like on the cruise for my honeymoon, I didn't just get new charges every time I went through.
they basically relocate to Romania, and so they're running this business out of both like Britain and Romania. They're growing it into a variety of platforms.
They're like
with a variety
international
of women.
criminals.
And so they're doing all these things simultaneously. They're doing the porn business. They're teaching the online courses in which they're basically saying, "We'll teach you the lessons we've learned from this."
And
porn
there's some of the
business."
the MMA stuff, fighting
Right.
and working out, and they're like, he's super ripped and all that, like all of that stuff adjacent to the sort of
Yeah,
exploitation.
exactly. Like super fitness.
You're all losers, and you can't call me a beta. I'm the only one here getting any booty. Tell him, Hank.
I mean, Andrew got his start as a professional kickboxer.
Right.
So it's really maximize that image.
So they have this huge following. Now, so that's sort of uncontested, right? That part of it, like that this is what they're about. And they've said it, and they've talked about
And the connection here to Trump is guess who Barron likes to watch?
Barron apparently was instrumental in getting them freed. He was like, "Hey, Dad, my online friends are in prison. Can you help them?
Can you get them out? I'm like, I wanted the show to come out like last Tuesday on the normal release day, but they were in jail. It's already Wednesday night."
Oh boy.
needing to treat women like slaves, and you need to dominate them, and you need to treat them like a dog, that you say to them, you give them orders, right? And that you have to condition them the way.
Tim, I think the day of reckoning is coming.
Yo.
I think the women are about to rise up and they wouldn't tell us, right? You know what I'm saying? And they ain't saying shit, Tim. I think it's time to start being worried.
I would be worried. I would be worried if I was getting instructions to treat women that the Tate brothers were given to treat women. I would be worried. I would be very concerned.
I'm just saying, you know how our theory is that they're going to dominate the men and put us in cages, make us pick the fruit and chop the trees and kill the spiders, and they're gonna make us do all that shit. I think that day is very near, Tim, because again, they don't say shit about this because they got other shit coming for us. They say, "Oh, okay." When the women get, if you arguing and then she get quiet, it's not good. Now it's time to say sorry. It's not good when she stops talking.
Another excellent Dungeon Crawler Carl reference from Dark Lord Greg. There's a character in Dungeon Crawler Carl who is exactly like the Tates, except he's an orc, and he's just an asshole to everyone.
The Tates are orcs.
They are.
They're okay.
They have that mentality of just like they're big dumb alpha guys who are very insecure about themselves, so they got to project on other people.
Just gotta open up, guys. Just gotta open up.
You can condition a dog. That's all stuff they've said. There are a variety
Yes,
of
and also
criminal
condition women like dogs. There you go.
allegations against them. Let's start with the Romania case. That was the reason they couldn't leave the country because they were
Idiot
under
paid
indictment.
money for
That's right.
fucking
Well,
lessons
and
like
actually,
that.
If you treat the women
reality
like
is that they're
dogs, they're
actually
just
under
going to put us in
criminal
cages
investigation.
like
Criminal
dogs.
Yeah,
investigation.
to
It's
be
a
clear.
different process.
It's
there.
a different process. So they have been since late 2022, they have been under criminal investigation in Romania. And the allegations are there that they have coerced dozens of women into their porn business, into what amounts to trafficking. And that Andrew has raped one of those women. And they also, there's
Whoa,
accusations
ours
that
there from
he,
MSNBC.
had sex with and beat a 15-year-old. And so those.
I want to just say that again. There's an accusation that he had sex with and beat a 15-year-old.
Correct. And so this case, as the
Yeah, let's let him out of jail.
Hey,
What the
you know,
fuck?
you know who he could have been good friends with? Jeffrey Epstein.
Right. Same shit. Same fucking recipe. Nasty. All right. I owe you guys a story that is underreported, according to a very smart person I know. We're gonna take a little trip to the farm.
Ready to hear about something that sounds like the plot of a B movie, but it's real? The USDA has been fighting a war against flesh-eating maggots and mostly winning. But Team Trump has recently joined this war on the side of the maggots. At the rate they're currently spreading, they should arrive in the
course they
US in
would.
about 2 or 3 years. Pardon the candlelight. I'm not trying to do like a spooky stories. It's just I don't have good lights right now, so we're making do with candles. It's late. It's a really cool story about science, sustainable agriculture, and international cooperation.
TLDR. And this is Farm to Tabor. You should check her out. She's very funny. There's a screwworm fly, and its larvae, its maggot, likes living flesh, which is a problem, especially if you're a mammal and you have like fur and ears, and then like that little spot behind your ear where you get a little cut. It will lay its larva in that little cut, and then the maggots will eat their way out. Not of dead flesh like all the other maggots, living flesh.
In the hell?
So a swarm of these bitches is not very good for your cattle because they will literally have holes in them. And that they don't like to have holes in them. It will kill the animals. So that's what's been ravaging through Texas. And that's why the beef prices are the way they are. But I hope I want her to tell the thing about the flies, because that's complicated.
Thank you
The
for your
scratch is big
question,
enough for them to
Senator.
get an egg into.
What? Oh,
Thank you for your question, Senator.
And once those eggs hatch, the larvae kind of head straight down into the animal. They like to burrow, and they're kind of shaped like a screw. So that's why we call them screwworm. Screwworms mostly go after cattle and other large mammals like deer, but they will go for people when the opportunity is right. Screwworm is native to the southern half of the United States. And if you've never heard of them before, that is your federal tax dollars at work. In the 18 and 1900s, screwworm got so many cattle that ranchers, especially way down in Texas and Florida, were getting hammered. People really hoped that insecticides and cattle dips would get screwworms under control, but they just didn't. So one day, one kid on a Texas ranch named Edward Nippling got sick and tired of patching up cattle that had been hit by screwworm on his family's ranch because it was gross and sad. Now, luckily for the world, Ed was also a giant nerd. He grew up, got a job with the USDA, and spent a lot of time watching screwworm flies have sex. Now, this is exactly the kind of science that Doge is defunding right now, but it led to a breakthrough.
Hey, George,
Nippling
George.
found that lady screwworms only mate once. They're really focused on their career, which is laying thousands of eggs as soon as possible because they don't live very long, about a month. And that doesn't leave them much time for romance. So this quirk of screwworm biology was something we could use against them. USDA scientists figured out how to raise male screwworms, dose them with just enough cancer treatment grade radiation to leave them healthy but sterile, and then dump millions of them out of airplanes. That way, most female screwworms would only meet sterile males. They only mate once, and populations would soon crash. This is
That's the kind of shit I'm talking
Christ.
about. You fucking watch the flies, watch them over the course of their entire lifetime, learn their habits, and then fill their population with sterile, attractive males with no baggage. Of course, they wanted to sleep with them and lay eggs with them. That man had no baggage but a blast.
Your data,
Firing-
dumbass.
Took your genetic data and spilled the seed. Now your entire generation will be gone. No. Like, that is crazy smart. Billions and billions of flies.
a very tidy, sustainable solution. There are no pesticides. There's no waiting for cattle to get infested with flies and chasing them down for treatment. Just birth control for bugs. And after test runs successfully eliminated screwworms from a couple of islands in the Caribbean, the USDA was ready to take this show on the road. Now, at first, USDA just planned to eradicate screwworms from the United States because that's where the USDA works. But here's the thing. If you want to keep them gone, you have to keep releasing lots of sterile males every single day. You got to flood the zone. And the US-Mexico border is really long. So flooding a zone that big with sterile males was cost prohibitive and very, very hard to do right. Screwworm kept breaking containment and, coming back into the US as a result. So folks said, what would be even better? What if we push these things all the way down to the Isthmus of Panama, the most skinny part of Central America? That way, there's only a narrow bottleneck that we need to constantly be carpet bombing with sterile male screwworms. That would be so much easier to keep up with. Now, eradicating...
Oh my God, it's like the swarm from Call of Duty. Motherfuckers are just sitting there trying to eat some delicious coconut dish on the beach, and it's like you just hear just a shipment of flies. Just
Screwworm throughout South America, south of Panama, would be a whole nother level of logistical challenge, by the way, that we as a species have not risen to yet. The Isthmus of Panama is the sweet spot for now. But experience proved them right. It is literally easier and cheaper for the United States to help out our neighbors in Central America and get rid of their screwworm problem too, than it is to only take care of ourselves.
It's almost like our countries are like separated by made up fucking lines, and like we're on the same fucking landmass. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, cool, we want to have different like borders, but brother, the flies are coming from there, man. We gotta work together to get the flies, man.
Yeah, it's almost like
oh my God, Sarah, see me in my office after this.
It's almost like those borders are open to the bugs.
Yo, you didn't put no bug zappers on that fucking fence. Yeah, if Trump is gonna be putting up a fucking border wall, you better get all the damn screw flies.
That's an important lesson that many Americans have forgotten. So in 1996, the US and Panama established COPEG. It's the Spanish acronym for the Panama-US Commission for the Eradication and Prevention of Screwworm. This place is magical. It's a literal flesh-eating maggot factory, but like the good kind. This building is the firewall that keeps screwworm out of Central and North America. It is one of the greatest...
Hey, if you want to make somebody disappear, Tim, I know a place. Nothing be left but the metal. They don't like the metal.
Public health interventions of the last century. It is a noble bastion of international cooperation for the good of all. And I also have it on good authority that it smells horrendous because they're raising millions of flesh-eating maggots on meat chow that has to be kept in.
Oh God.
Oh. All right, Tim, $1 million or 1 hour unassisted in that place.
Fuck the hell off.
Body temperature. It's science. It's not breakfast at Tiffany's over there. But that was then. Now,
what if they were feeding those maggots onions? Oh!
The Trump White House seems to be doing everything it can to make screwworm great again. In November 2024, when screwworm showed up in Mexico, the Biden administration hit pause on importing cattle from Mexico. It makes sense. One of the best ways to move screwworm long distance into a new country is moving affected cattle. But Trump ran on bringing down food prices. So in February of 2025, he reopened the U.S. borders to Mexican cattle.
Oh my God.
To bring beef prices down.
My God.
And then in 2025, which canceled a screwworm monitoring program that was run through USAID.
God
so
damn
now
it.
We have even less information on where screwworm is and how serious it's getting.
God damn it.
Now, since then, the Trump administration has kept flip-flopping on cattle imports from Mexico. They're allowed one day, banned the next, allowed in certain circumstances one day, banned in all the next. There is no plan here. It seems like our screwworm policy is, if Trump wakes up in the morning yelling about border security, then we don't import cattle from Mexico. But if he wakes up yelling about how cheeseburgers are too expensive, then we open the borders and import more cows. That's how much consistency we have here. Now.
Special.
What the... Sarah.
That's all. There are plenty of things that are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
Make screwworms great again. We should put that on a shirt. So, yeah, beef is what's for dinner. And that's the problem with the beef, is these fucking flies are laying flesh-eating maggots inside them and killing them in the lots of...
I didn't need to know any of that.
Back to the farmers.
Turned around and started.
So Donald Trump's tariffs have destroyed the economy for farmers in America. Those white farmers yell, scream, holler. And so now Trump says, hey, I'm proposing $12 billion in a relief package.
I did
He's
this.
describing it as a
Why can't
lifeline for
you?
growers affected by rising costs. I literally have no Trade idea what the policies. hell he's talking about. Now, mind you, he
All right, I'm
said,
getting
oh
confused.
no, that my tariffs are going to do wonders for the American economy. Ask those who grow soybeans. It's happening all across. We're talking Nebraska, Idaho, Illinois, Virginia, Iowa, Wisconsin, Georgia, all these places where we have farms, they're getting screwed because Donald Trump's idiotic policies are screwing them. Oh, beef prices. Then he cuts a deal and bails out the Argentinian economy and then says we're going to buy Argentinian beef. Oh, yeah, all of this. This schizophrenic trade policy has caused massive harm across the country.
Dial
This one-time payment will be distributed through the USDA's new Farmer Bridge
202-3121.
Assistance Program. That's what they're calling it, okay? But you got some farmers already saying, wait a minute, how this going to help us with crops for next season? Now, it also is a significant
next
requirement
season?
to qualify for this assistance.
Yeah,
farmers
right.
must already be
The
registered in the
Afrikaners
USDA
are coming.
system, must report their acreage. This is where black farmers have expressed concerns. The system fails to adequately support them. John Boyd is president of the National Black Farmers Association. He joins us now. So John, explain to us what that means. What's the
Man,
issue?
he painted that beard
with
on
the
fresh
reporting
this
of the
morning.
Well, here's the issue, Roland, and the president gave out, Trump gave out $30 billion under his first term as president. He bailed out farmers, and he tried the same card that he tried right now, the tariff mess with China. Roland, do you know I was selling soybeans for $16.80 a bushel when Trump came in the first time? The price dropped all the way down to $8 a bushel.
I was gonna
at some point.
I hit spacebar on the wrong one. I was gonna guess 10 because that's what I
Yeah.
heard it was, but it's
Yeah.
less than 10. That's crazy. That's half. You don't even make double on the fucking acreage. You know what I'm saying? With all the shit you have to pay back, like you don't even make that much.
Lower
That's
$7 a
crazy.
bushel.
Wow, cut by more than half.
50% and a half, and white farmers keep saying they are voting for Trump. They voted for him 3 times because he's good on agriculture. Do you know who was president when I was selling soybeans for $18 and some change? Roland, take one guess.
Obama or Biden?
Such a
Barack Obama,
slick snake.
2012. The highest prices in U.S. history was under a black president. His name was Barack Obama, and I hope this spread across
Barack
the internet
Hussein
like
Obama.
wildfire. So the president sold out white farmers. For Argentina, he gave them $40 billion. Yes, and then they turned around and started selling soybeans to China.
Like they immediately sold their shit to China. Like it wasn't even like a delay. Like they immediately said, "Oh, thank you so much. We needed to pay for shipping and handling to get our shit to China market." You know, the ones that you're not in anymore. Like, why would you give them the money? Of all people, like if you sold it to us, I could understand that. But you didn't even sell it to us. You sold it to our fucking competitor.
So they took the money and they took our contract and all of that stuff, Roland. The president got played. And then white farmers, as you know, for the first.
I just found out from my mom yesterday. We have, I think we sold it all now, but we had 100 acres in Brownsville, Tennessee that we were working on still.
First time, I've been out here 42 years, Roland. I've never seen white farmers on every net.
So that's why I care about farms, you fucks. Just because I live in Chicago now does not mean I am of this icy fucking metropolis.
Every network.
Oh, no, they have been crying. They have been, oh my God. and not only that,
Oh my God, that needs to be a
these
sound
white
clip.
I was about to say, Roland did it again. Oh, Ro.
Network.
Oh, no, they have been crying. They have been, oh my God. And not only that, you have these white farming groups. They've been going to CBC members. Man, what can y'all do? And I'm like,
The CBC is the Congressional Black Caucus.
hold up. Go talk to the white MAGA folks y'all voted for. These folks voted for MAGA. In the town where Tyson's in Nebraska shutting down one of their plants, that county voted 72% for Trump.
And Roland, they voted for Trump not one time, not two times. They voted for him 3 times. They voted for him three times. When I came out for Harris, I came out for Harris swinging and campaigned for, endorsed to the whole 9 yards. White farmers were calling me and said, well, Democrats ain't never done nothing on farmers. They don't even talk about farmers. But guess what? This president is sending them into bankruptcy, farm foreclosure, farm suicides. All of those things are happening under his watch. And every president, every press conference, this president starts out with, he says, sleepy Joe Biden did it. Joe Biden did not impose tariffs on China. This is Donald Trump's.
He did, but not on that.
Right.
Old bread and basket. This is his baby.
They were very specific.
It was on the electric cars that they were about to release, which I was very excited for.
He saved Elon's bacon.
I know, like what the fuck? And then he fucking betrayed everybody. It's like, why would we could have had our fucking BYDs over here. Those cars are fucking, they were like 20 grand brand new with 0 miles, 300-mile range. Yeah, I was going to get 2 of them bitches.
And it happened from January to now. So within a year's time, this president is putting white farmers out of business. And his vice president, J.D. Vance, is buying the land under his company called Acre Trader.
Whoops.
Well, look it up if you don't believe me. So they got a master plan here. And what I'm telling black farmers is, no, man, apply. They're banking on you not to apply. Go into those local offices. Matter of fact, Roland, I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to my local office tomorrow, and I'm going to apply. They are banking on black farmers not applying. They are banking on black farmers to miss the deadline, and they're banking on us not to go in and get farm serial numbers. We're going to do it this time. We're going to fix their ass, because look, that's how they leave us out, and they know that this system that's in place is geared up for white farmers.
Yep.
There's some stuff on the internet right now, Roland. I want to clean it up. This is not slave reparations. This is not a court case that you opt out of. It's not. It's not any of those things, Roland.
Yep.
It's a Trump created program, and it's called Farmer Bridge Assistance Program, where he's going to compensate white farmers for the mistake he made. Now, here's what happened. He created this trade fiasco. He created the problem with tariffs and all this stuff. And then we turned around and had to pay tariffs on all of the parts that come in. And when my combines go down road, and I have to wait for parts to come from other parts of the world because we don't make them here.
He almost said which country it was, and that would have been a mistake. Good catch. What's between you and Vladimir is your business.
Then I got to pay extra money. I got to pay extra money for these parts, man. So everything that that's happening on my farm right now, and I want to make something clear because, man, I read these comments, man. You got the baddest damn show on the internet, the baddest show that speaks to
second baddest, but thank you.
Directly into the heart of the black community. And they asked 2 or 3 questions at the same time. Would the board vote for Trump? I did not vote for Trump. I supported and endorsed Harris. That's the first thing. Is board really a farmer? Yes, I'm really a farmer. I'm a 4th generation farmer. My daddy was a farmer. I come from the Boyd plantation. Family farm has been in the family for over 100 years. And yes, I raised soybeans, all of these things. So I read those comments and I get so irritated at it.
And then they're going to wax poetic and get his panel involved, but I don't know how else to tell you guys. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He doesn't know at all.
He's guessing at best.
So crazy how little he knows about everything.
Just refreshing my windows. I'm lagging.
And you can see the bull in a china shop effect of Trump's policies of when he breaks stuff, what other stuff actually breaks. Taking out USAID affected that screwworm prevention program, and now our beef prices are up. If there was any forethought in the Trump administration at all, they would have said, hey, how is getting rid of USAID going to affect everything else? And then maybe they would have thought, perhaps we shouldn't have done this.
Might have overstepped. But they're incapable of retracting things. They're incapable of being wrong. They're incapable of having to change their mind on something, because that would imply that they're stupid. And they're
Like,
insecure.
They don't think of unintended consequences.
Because they don't know what the actual consequence would be. Because
Well, I
they
guess
don't know how to think about it, because they're
Yeah.
not supposed to be in that fucking position.
I guess they don't understand the concept of unintended consequences, but like the problem is, and I ranted about this last week maybe, they don't understand public policy. They don't understand why public policy exists. They don't understand for what reason they would do it. All they think is what can they get in the immediate now, and how can they just take as much money as they can and run.
And well, that's what everybody else was doing. It's like, no, that's what you have been lying to everyone that everyone else is doing.
Right.
If that was the case, all of this other shit wouldn't have gotten done if all they were doing was stealing. Like you guys are clearly doing. Notice how everything is falling to shambles, but his net worth keeps going up.
Right.
There's not even like equivalent work being done. It's just, we're going to figure out all this shit later. And his net worth is just skyrocketing. Like, how do you get $5 billion in a year?
Right.
A year. $5 billion in 1 year. And all you've been doing is working hard, being the president and focusing on the American people. And you just happen to make $5 billion by accident.
Right. And by the way, what is he going to do with all that money? The dude is 80. How much money does he actually need?
I got to refresh. Yeah.
He left.
Hey,
He's leaving. Let's talk about him. All right. So Mikey boy, that guy is. Oh my God, he's back.
It is I, Shere Khan.
But
how dare you?
But this is just one of many examples, I'm sure, that will come out of them just breaking something and then breaking other things because they broke something and they didn't care.
Oh my goodness. Hold
on. She sounds upsetty.
I literally just gave her a cup. She just got a sippy cup. You can't have 3 sippy cups.
But she wants them. I want them. I feel upset too.
No, you can't have a third one. 2 is fine. 2 is enough. Do you want to continue from the playlist? I don't know if I'm having internet issues or what's going on, but I'm
I'll do the playlist.
Pretty.
Mikey's over there lagging.
It's probably her yelling.
Like a lagging SOB.
It's her screaming that's throwing everything off.
Playlist. Headliners. Let's see, where were we? Jeez, there were a lot of videos.
We were on the Black Farmers with Roland one.
Oh, okay. All right. Is there more to that you want to watch?
I think we got the.
Okay, we'll move on to the next. All right.
Check her real quick.
I will set this up. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Mikey's gone. I'll plug the show. Hey, if you're new to the show, like and subscribe. Become a member. Patreon.com. Patreon.com/The Bin Podcast. Become a patron. We like all the support that we get. We're very appreciative of everyone who sends us money, because you have no reason to, but you do anyway, which is crazy. But yes, we always appreciate everyone who follows and subscribes to the show and does all the nice things for us. And This is for Billy.
Fuck the hell off.
So like and subscribe, become a member on YouTube. And we're almost at the YouTube arbitrary goal of 1,000 subscribers. So if you could help us get there, that'd be great. And if you're watching on Twitch, follow, subscribe, give us your Bezos bucks. And everyone can just go to patreon.com/thebinpodcast. There's all sorts of bonus content there. I'm gonna upload some more. And yeah, we'll see what happens. And I'll tell you what to do if I want. There's a button for that. Hold on.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
All right, I guess I'll play this. Get rid of the banners. There we go.
She rolls her eyes when asked about her pro-Israel stance in the middle of a genocide.
Where people are saying that some of them aren't going to vote for you because of this pro-Israel stance. What do you have to say about that?
What I have to say is that people need to start to do their research and stop falling for the clickbait.
So we looked at her record, and this is what we found. On April 20, 2024, Jasmine Crockett voted to send $26 billion, not to her district, which ranks among the poorest in the country, not to struggling Texans, but to the foreign state of Israel.
When providing the armaments for Israel to wage these military campaigns, as you know, having voted for the National Security Supplemental back in April, which underwrote Israel's war effort.
I absolutely did vote for it. I voted for that along with every other supplemental that was available. This relationship between Israel and the United States has existed since before I was born. And guess what? This relationship will continue on in perpetuity even after I'm gone.
In 2023, she went on a trip to Israel to meet Benjamin Netanyahu and learn how to sell Americans on continuing to send their hard-earned tax dollars to Israel. That trip was fully paid for by the AIPAC-affiliated American Israel Education Foundation, AIEF. Jasmine Crockett's record shows that, unlike actual principled members of the Progressive Caucus, like Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman, who fought to put America first by investing American tax dollars in America instead of exporting them to Israel, she has consistently put Israel first. Behind the performative clashes with the right and the viral sound bites, the record doesn't lie. When it mattered, she chose Israel over her district, over Texans, and over America.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, that's okay. That's okay. So
okay.
That's what's been circulating. So then play this.
So last week, Jasmine Crockett made the announcement that she was running for Senate. And immediately after making that announcement, a disinformation campaign started against her. Well, Jasmine Crockett is now speaking out regarding that disinformation campaign.
Check out Tabby. She's great.
When I first heard that Jasmine was running for Senate, I was so excited for her and for the people of Texas, because that makes two in disinformation, the disingenuous posts being put out there, be an excellent candidate, and Jasmine Crockett would be an excellent
Jasmine
candidate.
Crockett's
But
talking.
immediately, the bad actors out there and checks were cashed. Checks were written
Oh, here we go. I found it.
and checks.
That's what she told me.
What we were informed is that there was a coordinated attack on me on social media that was mischaracterizing my position. So I will be clear. There were people that said I was endorsed by AIPAC. Some people got offended when I said, just go look it up. But, whatever. I'm not endorsed by AIPAC. I never have been endorsed by AIPAC. There were people that were upset because there was someone that took a clip from an interview that I did during the vice presidential debate where I was in the spin room, so well over a year ago, and they intentionally cut the interview. I was asked about a supplemental package in April of that year, and I said I voted for all the supplementals, and then it cut off. Well, the supplemental package in April, which again can be confirmed just by looking it up, nobody has to believe my words, that supplemental package was for defensive help to Israel, as well as it was for money for Gaza, it was for money for Taiwan, it was also money for Haiti. And so yes, I voted for it. I did. But they also don't discuss is that there have been other bills that were only for funding for Israel where I actually voted no. As well as people understanding that we were in a divided government. And so the Republicans had the House. They are the ones that put the bills on the floor. And we were able to use leverage to be able to get support for other places such as Haiti, such as Gaza, because there were no packages that the Republicans were putting forth that were actually going to give money for Gaza. In addition to that, I think there were people that were, maybe some people found an additional portion of the clip where I was differentiating Netanyahu from the people of Israel. And I will say this on the record any day, all day. I have no hate for any kind of people. Doesn't matter who you are. I love people. But I don't necessarily love the Netanyahu government. I'll tell you right now, I'm not in love with the Trump government either. It's just what it is. So I don't think that it's fair to go after an entire people because you don't like their government. And that is what I said as well. And so I think it would be akin to what's going on right now. There are a lot of people in a lot of countries that have problems with the fact that we are literally going and disappearing people on the streets, that we are violating people's constitutional rights, and that we have more ICE deaths in the history of ICE in 1 year right now. There are a lot of countries that may say we don't like how the United States is moving, but I would hate it if other countries said we're going to leave the United States because of their leadership. So I refuse to be distracted. And frankly, we will have a page on our website that deals with where I stand on foreign policy because you need to know. But frankly, if you have any issues, I'd say go look at Cornyn's records and see what that does, right? It looks a little different because the last time I...
So it is as much bullshit comes from the right. It never ceases to amaze. Like, that's what the packages were. We covered it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, you have to fucking pay attention to all of the fucking events before you just start slapping. You know what I'm saying? Before now it's like, oh, well, let's just throw this person on. Let's just throw this person. It's like, dude, you could be fucking wrong. Make sure first. But people are fucking so fucking driven by fucking just fucking check, bro. Everyone voted for the second one. The one in the middle was fine. It was over the same weekend or week or whatever. Same news cycle. Everybody did that.
Ireland. That's where I got the hat.
Yeah. But or send nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the Republicans weaponizing the vote. That's all that they were going to get.
Yeah.
Like I get like the Republicans aren't politicking fair anymore. So to continually hold every single person to an literally a standard they can't do because the Republicans are fucking cheating right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not playing by the fucking, there's no decorum, there's no rules, the speaker had everybody out for like what 60 something days already this year. Like they're not fucking doing anything the appropriate way.
Well, and it was cherry picking one vote.
Right.
That's not a record. That's one vote. And
voting no on the other two for Israel is just like completely ignored.
There is no person in Congress who is perfect on everything.
It's not going to happen.
It's just the nature of the beast. It's how Congress works. You got to vote for packages that you may not like something in, but the other stuff is beneficial to either the people in your district or the country as a whole. And so you got to do it like Bernie Sanders. I'm sure doesn't have a perfect voting record on everything, even though he's Bernie goddamn Sanders.
Right.
He's voted for stuff that he probably didn't like. It's painting people with a brush that is not necessarily what their actual beliefs are.
And it's like, okay, yeah, let's run Cornyn again.
Right. And if you want to talk about guys that are pro-Israel.
And I mean, it's the same thing as like, well, Harris and Biden were so bad on Gaza. It's like, so you thought Trump was better? Like, at least on the left, we can pressure them. You know what I mean? We can guilt them to some extent. And I think Harris's language was a little bit different than, Biden was literally like washing BB's fucking dirty underwear in the fucking White House sink. But it's just, if people are on our side, at least we can influence them.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can sway them more to a direction that's more pleasing, rather than let's just give the fascists every fucking head start and an advantage we can in every fucking race, and then fight from behind the whole time. Like, we don't have to fucking do that. The Republicans don't do that. Like, win the fucking race first, get the fucking Nazis out first, and then we can start our reform. But we're literally on fire and sinking. So it just
Well, I mean, let's find out where John Cornyn gets his money. And we'll see.
I'm gonna go with oil.
Boy. All right. Blackstone.
There we go.
Blackstone, the airline industry.
Binfluencers. Not like
you're right. Top 5 is oil and gas.
He's in Texas. There's barely any, like, I don't even know if you can say there's any like Republicans from like the early aughts and all that shit. Like, that wave of Republican has been just completely pushed to the side. And it's just like these new neocons. So then run your candidate, pressure them, or they need to be pressured. I'm with it.
And then his top donor is private equity. Jesus Christ. Someone needs to get this dude out of Congress. Holy shit, bro. Private equity, Blackstone, the airline industry, the oil industry, real estate.
It's just, just a couple of small investments, something small.
Yeah.
No big deal. And just like that, just like Graham Plattner, he wouldn't be making it into like, oh, come on, we need one more guy to join the BIM Podcast Network. He wouldn't make the cut because I have high standards over here. He wouldn't make it into the bin. But does he replace Susan Collins and do better for Maine? Probably.
Yeah.
Do we have to eat that shit? Probably. Is it better for us to be fucking pissed off about his past and then Maine have him rather than more Susan Collins? Probably. We're in that period. Like, we're going to have to eat shit. We're going to have to put up people we don't even fucking like just to fucking strategically block motherfuckers. And then remove their asses when the next opportunity comes up. Like, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
We have to build the parachute on the way down.
Yeah, one of his top contributors is SpaceX.
Oh, I bet the fucking SpaceX city is in his district.
SpaceX and Meta.
Probably,
Pfizer.
And probably
Palantir. Palantir's on the list.
I don't know how much more Israel funded you can get than Palantir. I think that says it. So Dutch is running for Congress. See, and this is the thing. See, tons of mice, and this will piss K off. Dutch would do great in Congress.
Oh,
he drives all of you motherfuckers crazy, but he would make you talk about the issues, and then he actually, at the bottom of it, even though he talks like a fucking jackwagon, he has a great heart, and he actually gives a shit about making things better for other people. He would do great in Congress.
Dutch would be a great politician.
Yeah.
He would be.
He's got the look.
He would be in Congress doing presentations for committees with his little Nazi propaganda videos in the background saying, hey guys, we shouldn't be doing this.
I could see him with a Bluetooth speaker walking around fucking in the cap or with a Bluetooth headset, not speaker, just in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just waiting for people to come ask him questions. Yeah, I'm available. Yeah. But I'm just like, he's not everyone like on the internet and like our little circle. He's not everyone's cup of tea. We are weird. We are a very nerdy, politic, wonky, hyper intellectual enclave on the internet. That's just the bare bones of it. I just played you guys a fucking thing about fucking screwworms and no one batted an eye. You just got curious and watched it. You're nerds, but that's good because we need more nerds in this world, but not everybody is us. And sometimes you need people that appear so abrasive and so, oh, they don't understand. And why do they say things all stupid? Because they're speaking the common tongue. We don't speak that. That's why we don't like other people. That's why we're all little introverts over here. K5 Buckaroos says, that's not praise for... Where's my air horn?
And the enemy is the oligarchy.
That's an indictment of Congress.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
does it matter? This is where we live now. You know what I mean? Like the rules have changed. So everything we knew in the past, throw that shit away. Because we're going to have to break, bend, glue, hot glue together, staple, bolt, whatever the fuck we can find together to try to keep the plane afloat or keep the boat afloat. We don't have any options right now. They're literally just marching through the streets because principles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't they fucking put out the Epstein shit and fucking lock all these motherfuckers up as soon as Joe Biden walked into the office? That's what I would have did. That's what I would have did. All them January 6ers, I would have fucking put big boy numbers on each and every one of them. You're never getting out. Big boy, you're going to Guantanamo. That kind of shit. For trying to attack the Capitol. You're going to Guantanamo. But we didn't do any of that shit. So now with this milquetoast bullshit response, here come the fascists roaring back. They said that didn't hurt. Well, now they're emboldened, and now we're going to have to deal with twice as bad and then put everything back together. So we don't get to keep our hands clean and our clothes clean today. We're going to have to deal with the plebes. We need them. And then we can just talk about them behind their back like we always do.
And like, if you want perfect representation, if you want a perfect candidate for your views, then run for office. Because
I'll help.
It's representative democracy. So we don't get to pick who our candidates are unless they're us. And even then, sometimes you don't make it. You gotta put your money behind whoever the person is that makes it. And they're not perfect.
5 buckaroos from K. If we don't have coherent and consistent principles, we're going to fall for the same tricks over and over and over and over and over again. Yes. But we can't make any fucking decisions in the minority. We can't do anything. We can't do shit. We can't do shit from the minority. We can't. Our system is set up that you must have the majority to make the decisions. We have to get the majority back. And then I am with you about any other conversations. But I am so laser focused on us getting the majority back first. I don't give a shit if it's a dog catcher who keeps the hair from the dog groomer and eats it. I don't care. Doesn't matter anymore. And we have to turn this around first.
I'm as much of a shatter the fucking machine as the next guy. I would love to dismantle the Democratic Party and build something new and better, because the Democratic Party sucks. They suck a lot all the time. But guess what?
No,
I still run it. I still volunteer in my local DTC, because the only way that you can affect change is by affecting change.
Yeah.
So
these jackasses are the only ones that have the scan cards to get in there and vote on the things that we need to, like, they're the only ones that can fucking do it.
They control the levers of power, and no matter how much we really don't like it, that's the system. And if we were to break it and rebuild it, it would take a lot of time, and it's time that we currently don't have.
Right. Like, I don't know that we'll survive to do that first. You know what I mean? I feel like there's an order of operations to all of this. And I think, Trump's helping us out with his fucking wild ass fucking behavior, because I think more and more of these Republicans are going to Marjorie Taylor Greene and get the fuck out of Dodge before the midterms even come up. But I think they're pulling a Chewy Garcia, and they're going to wait until the last minute and then just have some bozo run on their stead, you know what I'm saying? So that they don't get primaried. So they'll try to block the primary, but then they'll have to just do the general with the Democrat or independent or whoever. But the first things first is we have to get rid of their House majority, and Johnson has got to fucking go.
Yeah,
because he is a fucking doormat for Trump, and we've lost an entire branch of government because Mike Johnson is such a fucking sycophant.
Well, even his conference is sick of his bullshit. They couldn't get it together to vote no on ACA benefits because there are 12 members of his conference that want to vote yes for the benefits. And he's like, well, we're just not going to bring it to a vote because I can't control all these people anymore. He never had their full respect or control. And if you want my personal opinion, the system's going to crash down at some point. This is unsustainable. All of it. There is going to be a complete party realignment in the next 10 years.
Yeah, about to say next decade for sure.
Because the coalitions that the Republicans have right now are unsustainable. And same thing with the Democrats.
Yep.
These people do not know what they want. They don't know what their constituents want, and it's going to be their problem.
Usually it's like the Republicans mind their own business and then just try to look out for corporations, and then just try to get as many bazookas into as many people's hands as possible. Right? That's the old school way. And then the Democrats would just be trying to extend weird fucking shit that's so obscure. Meanwhile, everyone's fucking starving to death. But look at all the bills we passed. There's the useless side of politics, and then there's the other useless side of politics. But at this point, both sides took tech money to try to screw the other side over. And the tech has screwed everyone over. The first thing they did was fucking put Elon in charge of who's getting money on their budget. What? You know what I'm saying? We are way out of bounds at this point, and we have to get back onto the track. We are completely far afield. And Kate, you're being so generous today. Thank you so much. $10 super chat. Let me get a motherfucking.
All right, guys, that shit just pisses me off, man. Okay.
Kay says, I have a CDL and a high school diploma. I'm a recovering addict and chronic shithead. I am the plebes. The only reason I'm on this energy at all is because Theo taught me. Theo T, the artist who made our logos originally way back in the day, and dear friend. Shout out to T.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
I hate you. And I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I get it. But we have to win. Right? Even if we have to be less right. You know what I mean? Even if we have to dilute a lot of shit just to get people to eat something. These people are dumb as fuck. You know that. These motherfuckers have no concept of how civics works.
Yeah, and we all have our moral principles and moral standards, and I think that keeping to those is the best option. And you shouldn't compromise on what you personally believe. But there is a point where you have to vote between two people, and one of them sucks,
or both,
and one of them sucks a little less. Like it's always the political argument of the lesser of two evils. Sometimes, you vote and it turns out to be really shitty and you didn't know it to begin with, like Fetterman. Anyone who voted for Fetterman and he turned out like real shit.
Everybody had his back when he had the stroke. And they're like, yo, leave him alone. Give him a little bit to recover. He'll be all right. That motherfucker came back. Yo, kill the Muslims. We're like, yo, John, what happened?
Right.
What the fuck?
But and I'll make the blanket statement of none of us here are knowingly voting for like Donald Trump. And the people who vote for Donald Trump know that he's the worst person to ever exist ever. Like none of us here are voting for people who are absolute monsters all the time.
Yeah.
Like we vote for people who can be wrong on issues and you hold them accountable to that. But you can't just and if you're a single issue voter, that's fine. If you want to vote for the person that's on your issue, that's great. And like I said, you shouldn't compromise on your morals for political candidates. However, it is always a choice between 2 to 3 people, and they're always imperfect people.
And that's what makes me feel a little bit of hope here is with Zoran, and then like the several new governors. We got the ladies that just won their elections and all that stuff. Like I think the people our age are kind of coming to all of the same millennial end of X kind of generation is starting to kind of get the ideas like, oh, we're getting oh, I need to be voting for these people. Okay. Like they're like, it's starting to click now that we are directly responsible for these assholes in Congress. And these Republican areas, now that there's like TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and all this shit, they are seeing everybody actively laughing in their fucking faces.
It's not on the soundboard.
No,
it's not on the soundboard.
Bad for my brand. But they're actively seeing that everyone else is looking at them like, oh shit, we're doing this wrong. And yeah, some of them are doubling down, but they are being exposed to a lot of new ideas and some ideas that are not so capitalist friendly. And it's like, yeah, well, I kind of like that. It's happening.
Yeah.
Right. Like the transformation is happening. We do not need to flame out in the meantime. It's going to take them at least another 2 years before that there is a large enough group of people to kind of really understand what's been happening in the first year. Like there is going to be a delay. People are not dialed in like we are. They're not paying attention like that. And that's a problem, but we can't do anything about that other than do the show like we're doing now and hope that people understand more of what's going on so that they can finally unfuck themselves, right? Like they are literally just doing the fucking Austin Powers in the fucking hallway with the fucking car. It's going to take them a while to get that bitch out. Like, I don't know how long it took them in an actual movie. And they just picked it up and turned it because it's light or something. I don't know. But it takes a long time to unfuck shit like that. They have really screwed themselves. Trying to be racist, trying to save money, trying to be, edgy and all this shit. And they've truly fucked the country up. Like, it's going to take at least a decade before we can get some, like, regular shit going on here again. After we go find everybody that's been fired.
Yeah.
And beg them to come back.
I heard that the Department of Education had to beg some people to come back that they fired because they have to handle all the abuse complaints that the Department of Education is supposed to handle.
Oh, you mean Linda McMahon's in charge of people reporting abuse? How could that go poorly? She doesn't have a history. Back to the Windy City.
I am a concealed carry instructor.
At the Eagle Gun Range in suburban Oak Forest, almost every seat is filled.
That person is a terrible shot.
Don't be standing behind, near, in front, around that.
Gun Range in suburban Oak Forest, almost.
No, If she was transphobic, I would have been like, fuck her.
Oh, as opposed to being pro-Israel. I mean,
would they throw Palestine in the rest of the...
It is a problem, but
I think the election. Real quick on that. I think the election showed them that they were wrong on that.
Yeah,
and then the blue dog Democrats, the establishment DNC, are still running around with Barry Weiss.
Yeah, I mean,
Hillary was just on stage talking about something. Yeah, the youth are just totally brainwashed on Israel from TikTok.
Well, once again, we only have a maximum of 3 choices, right? You vote Democrat, you vote Republican, or you don't vote. Like, that's it. If we had more than 2 parties, I don't think this would be that much of a divisive issue. There would be a party. There would be a progressive party that would be vehemently pro-Palestine, and you wouldn't have to worry about.
There's not even an anti-war party anymore. All party. It's a uniparty issue of fucking bombing Muslims and attacking people for resources.
Like, I think that my personal belief is that Jasmine Crockett is doing the best that she can. Because Mikey said it before, those votes are designed so that you look like a shitbag.
Yeah.
For making a yes vote.
We offered them an opportunity. We offered them an opportunity to give money to the people in Palestine, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to vote for it. That's what they're gonna fucking. That's why they do it. They set it up so that you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
But she didn't it's not like she came out and said, I don't care about Palestinians. It's not like she came out and was like, oh, I took all this money from AIPAC. It's great. Like, I think that and I'm not saying it's a purity test or anything like that, but sometimes the best option you got is the best option you got. And she is miles ahead of Cornyn in terms of her stance on Palestine.
We got to get control of the machine if we want to break the machine.
And once again, I would love to tear that shit down because it sucks.
Because I mean, that's what they're doing. That's what the Republicans are doing right now. They got in control of everything. They've fucking every single watchdog or fucking regulatory body has been gutted. The IRS has been gutted. All of the fucking they let the loggers into the national parks. Like they are doing what we wanted to do to all of the racist, nasty war shit. Like all the shit that we wanted to get rid of, they're doing the opposite towards the swamp, aka IRS agents going after white collar criminals.
Right.
The inspectors general who were charging Elon fines for blowing up leaving rocket parts all over the place and landing them on top of bird nests, killing animals. Like those people are gone now. Like that's what they wanted to do. And that's what big tech paid for. They paid for no regulations, and that's what they're getting. So with our votes, we need to vote for the end of the fucking system where these motherfuckers are even allowed to get in here and touch this shit. Like there needs to be a lot of like vanguarding of our constitutional rights. Like we need an ERA. Like how is it 2025? We're about to be 250 years and we still don't have an equal rights amendment. We still got 13th Amendment on the books.
I mean, and we heard earlier, our campaign finance system is totally fucked. 100% fucked. So there's no way that you could even try to stop the money from coming into the system from, let's say, AIPAC or wherever. Like it's just going to flow. And the system is so self-perpetuating in the sort of candidates that are generated that like I'm never going to get a candidate that I want.
I disagree. I like Kat Agabazela.
Yeah, she is good.
I think she's awesome.
I mean,
she's not taking no fucking PAC money. She's not doing none of that shit. Zoran didn't take no PAC money. He's not doing none of that shit. He just took out that city match loan or whatever. But it's like it's coming, but it's going to take us a while to get there because we're going to have to get rid of every single one of these Hillary Clinton-esque Democrats too. We got to vote all of them out too and fight the Republicans at the same time. So if we can find any fucking least power of resistance, at least path of least resistance on some of these candidates, we should take it because we got a long fucking fight ahead of us because we got to fight both parties.
And I think that people like Jasmine Crockett would end up being allies in that fight. And
we don't have to like support her. We need her to block.
Yeah. That's exactly what we need. We need her to block.
She's blocking for us. We don't have to like her. And that's the other thing. I was going to say this earlier. We put them in for now to block. And if they don't do what we want them to do, you fucking replace them. And it's way easier to primary them if we're the ones that got them in there.
Well, it's also way easier to replace them if they're in a state where their election is very close. Like it would be in Texas.
Yeah.
Like it's not her district, it's the entire state.
I think she's still going to whoop his ass.
She could live in her district forever. Like she could be the congresswoman from her district. We saw her polling numbers. 80% she won the last election. 80%.
Didn't they redistrict or gerrymander her out? I think they cut her district up.
They might have, but she's like, it ain't going to matter. Not her district.
She all of Houston was her district, so
yeah.
Good luck with your Amarillo crowd against Houston.
Oh, I did see an article that was saying that the Texas Republicans are not anticipating that they're going to pick up all 5 of those seats now.
Yeah, they were stupid. That was a dumb idea. And California still got their shit going.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to the Indiana Republicans who said, nope, we're not doing it. Good idea, because that shit was about to backfire. Good idea. Come on, DI, you bitch. Buffering the super. Do it. Do it.
My general philosophy for politics is that it's a push and pull on issues and people, and there's always dynamics that you have to consider, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes the choices are hard.
Well, like sometimes, like if you're at like a coffee shop and you see like an old hippie dude, he's got like a beard with some beads in it or something like that, maybe one dreadlock, and he's like a hippie from like back in the original hippie fair, and then it's just like, that's us. It's radical, peaceful, utopian views that are way ahead of its time.
Oh,
that is us. We are the hippies of the future.
So
we're gonna be the old hippie.
You're talking about abundance.
No. Fucking corporatist abundance. And that's the other thing. Like, and also on the left or on the Democratic side, the blue side of things, you got these fucking grifters trying to sneak in. Tech is trying to win on both fronts. On the right, when they want to get in there, they say, do you want unlimited AI power? And it's like, yes, give it to me. And then when they come on to when they're trying to court the left, they just say, don't you want to protect the kids? And they're like, yes, give it to me. And it's just like, you guys are both stupid, because I think Michael Steele said it best. Oh, I can't find it. Where did it go? It's gone. Oh, there it is.
Got your data, dumbass.
This is about. They're just arguing over which fleecer can fleece them faster.
All right,
it was us.
Back to Chicago.
Every seat is filled.
The best way for you to learn is to ask your questions.
The class cost $140. It's another $153 to the state to buy the coveted conceal and carry license, the CCL, giving the legal right to carry a gun.
And if stopped by law enforcement for any reason, if they ask if you have any weapons in the vehicle, answer honestly.
Lewis McWilliams took a class like this, passed it, got his CCL, and bought this 9mm pistol.
Hey, how you doing, boss? Good.
So last April, when Lewis was pulled over for a traffic violation, he did exactly what he'd learned in class.
You're legit. You bought the gun legally. Answer honestly.
Okay, where's your firearm? On my side. Okay, you got your.
And Tim, this is the follow-up from 2 months ago.
Book. I did things.
Oh, I remember
and it
this.
Didn't matter. Even though Lewis handed officers his valid CCL, when they couldn't find it in the state's computer, they did this.
Couldn't even get the
He
handcuffs
was
on.
charged with 2 felonies. After months in and out of court, prosecutors who initially signed off on the false charges eventually determined Lewis's CCL was valid, so they dropped him. This was little consolation to Lewis.
No matter how much you follow a system of which they create, they can still deem you wrong.
Lewis is among the black
Did I
gun
put the
owners
wrong one?
CBS News Chicago investigators discovered who had valid CCLs,
I am concealed and carry.
but were still charged
Just watch your head.
only to have their cases dismissed.
Who brought their gun with them today?
How often have innocent gun owners faced charges that were ultimately dropped? It's a question we can't answer because neither the Cook County State's Attorney's Office nor Chicago Police track the cases. Lewis is now taking legal action.
I feel like my rights was violated.
Oh, yeah. Earned the right more than anybody in this country to carry a firearm. We fought for this country when we weren't even citizens.
Phil Smith is the president of the National African American Gun Association and says others should follow Lewis's lead.
File a lawsuit and follow through on the lawsuit. If a police chief has 4 or 5 lawsuits, $4 or $5 million, they're going to get a call from somebody to say, hey, start treating those people differently.
We're going to have to make some changes.
Our
Tim, don't hate me. Stop the video. Play the one in the private chat. My bad.
You put in the wrong video.
Damn, I was like, this is the wrong one. I was like, it's I'm like, it's right, but it's wrong. So they found out why all this was happening. We don't have to watch the recap. You'll see they do the same thing, but
stopped by police and charged with felonies, despite having valid firearm licenses. For the first time, an inside source has now come forward to speak only to our CBS News Chicago investigator, Dorothy Tucker.
Hi, I'm Chicago.
The question we wanted answered was why. Why do some Chicago police officers arrest law-abiding gun owners, people who have done everything right and had everything in order? Our source, whose identity we are protecting, offers a rare glimpse into what motivates some officers.
I'm going to guess it's racism.
I have it.
Tim, why would you say something like that?
To be honest, I think race is a big factor.
Yeah.
Tim.
Nailed it.
Tim, how dare you profile our police officers like that and assume that they're a racist against a black man?
Bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
How dare you assume that they were just going to be racist?
Got him.
From downtown.
Police might think folks on the north side are more affluent and they have more means to come back at you if you arrest them for situations like this.
A situation like this.
Got 2 in the car.
Southside, 64th and Stony Island. The man behind the wheel, Curtis Tarver.
I was pulled over. Initially for, I believe, a tail light was out.
One of the first questions from
How they
police.
get you. They walk up to your car, use the baton to break your taillight, and be like, "Yeah,
right,
tail light out right there."
The fucking that little puncher thing, the little hole puncher for the glass. They just use that on your fucking taillight. Like, oh yeah, your light's out. Motherfucker was working yesterday. They ripped it out, got the wire hanging out of their pocket. Yeah, that thing's just dangling back there. I don't know what that is. Yep.
It looks like you got a headlight out too, Smash.
Hey.
Sir, I'm gonna have to have your car impounded.
It's not safe to drive after I destroyed it.
This was 6 years ago, but Tarver still remembers the fear.
I'm thinking several things. One, I just dropped my daughter off. I want to see her again. And so I need to comply with whatever they ask me.
Without hesitation, Tarver gives up his gun and shows his FOID and conceal and carry license.
Thank you.
The CCL, which made it legal for him to have a weapon.
Thanks for your honesty. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it.
The officer even acknowledged
Yeah, I don't like that.
Tarver's
What you mean?
cards were valid.
What you mean? Thanks for my honesty.
Still,
When the officers ran your name on the computer, your CCL is revoked.
Tarver tried
What
to
do you mean?
explain
I just
he'd
got
recently
it.
renewed his CCL and had called state police.
Mikey, this is so fucking predictable.
It's almost like you've seen this song. You've heard this song before.
Like,
what in the hell? To confirm he was in good standing, he offered to call them again.
Salutations, trucker.
Right.
Yeah.
No to the call. Instead,
I'll put you in cuffs real quick and then pat you down.
The moment they're cuffing you,
I'm terrified. I'm terrified.
on that day,
Just watch your head.
Chicago police didn't just stop another black driver for a traffic violation. They arrested
This is a bill that is an initiative of the Attorney General's office.
Whoops.
an Illinois state lawmaker.
Whoops. He was in his district, dumbass. He represents that district.
Oh, that's a real shame.
Whoops. Got another black guy with a pistol. Got him.
Tarver represents the
Sprinkle some
21st
crack on
district,
him and let's get
which
out of here,
includes
Johnson.
Hyde Park, Kenwood, South Shore.
I was absolutely shocked that I was taken to the station, that they were proposing felony charges for something that was at best a clerical error.
He was spared the felony charge, but still slapped with a misdemeanor and a mugshot that's still in the system. So at one point, a political opponent
Posted my picture online and called me a criminal.
See?
Even after
God damn.
my case was dismissed. So these things adversely affect you.
Tarver is the latest case exposed by CBS News Chicago investigators where black gun owners faced charges they didn't deserve.
These cops, man, killing me.
There was business owner Lewis McWilliams
I am concealed and carry.
and real estate agent Lucy Washington,
I need to turn around. Are you serious?
both charged with felonies. And like Tarver, their cases were eventually dismissed.
She was a real estate agent, and she
Oh.
has to show property, so she keeps a pistol in her
felony.
purse.
I like her mugshot. Her mugshot is like, really? You're fucking
real?
doing this?
For real. For real, I gotta turn my head. For real. This is.
The look in her face is, you are so getting sued.
I'm about to, y'all finna name this town after me. About to run this whole bitch.
And like Tarver, their cases were eventually dismissed. There could be more drivers with similar cases, but neither CPD or Cook County State's Attorney track how often drivers with valid FOID
I
and
wonder
CCL
why.
cards are wrongly charged with unlawful gun possession, only to have their cases dismissed. But clearly our first story about innocent gun owners wrongly charged resonated with the public. In just 1 month, it was viewed nearly 20,000 times on Instagram.
I don't know, 20,000 times ain't a ton.
Keep playing.
149,000 clicks on our website, more than 400,000 views on TikTok. In
Oh,
YouTube, a
TikTok.
staggering 1 million hits.
And look, if that was from a month ago, guess who covered it a month ago? This motherfucking network.
Where's our million views?
I don't know. We didn't get that many. Comment, like, and subscribe. Why don't you? This is some bullshit. We should have got at least 10,000.
Full stop.
David Harris is an expert in police law. He
Let
confirms
us get a
key
drop.
points.
Shit.
One, state police never explained why valid CCLs were not in their system. Two, he says it doesn't matter because here's the state statute. It reads,
look.
the disclosure requirement is satisfied if the licensee, that's the driver, presents his or her license to the officer.
End of sentence. That's it.
Wow.
If you have even if your fucking computer says otherwise, if I have the physical fucking ID that is valid, then you have to go by that. They will tell you to turn in your shit if it's invalid or if they take it away from you. Like,
All right, guys, that shit just pisses me off, man. Okay.
And who's down in Springfield fucking up the computer so that all these black men and all these black people just suddenly don't have CCLs no more? Play on.
It really upsets me because if we're going to ask people to follow the law and then they do it and they suffer the penalty anyway,
what's the point?
They would be perfectly within their rights to say, why am I bothering?
Why did these people get arrested? We put that question to an insider on the police force.
We got a snitch.
Decorated veteran who rose through the ranks and is choosing to remain unidentified to protect his position.
Getting weapons off the street is one of the number one things politicians want you to do, superintendents.
That's a black man.
Citizens want you to do. So unfortunately,
yeah, that's a brother.
Some cops get really aggressive.
There's also the personal and financial gain.
But if you have really
Johnny, that's Johnny.
Firearms recovered, then you will get the attention of supervisors. If you get promoted, then you're financially better off than you were when you weren't promoted. That's just how it goes.
So let's take a look at the numbers. In response to a Freedom of Information request, CPD sent us this database showing the make, model, and even the serial number of every gun they've taken during an arrest since 2019.
Look,
these are guns they deem illegal. Total 52,000.
52,000.
Here's where things get interesting.
This is the best part.
On this list of illegal guns, those belonging to McWilliams, Washington, and Tarver.
Oh,
remember,
man.
They not only had valid licenses, but each of their cases were dropped. How do legal guns get on the illegal list? And are there more?
Because they're inflating the fucking numbers. Because they want everything to be a goddamn problem.
I'm all for getting illegal firearms off the street, but I'm also for not padding statistics and being truthful in what we're doing, so that, again, the public can have the confidence that we're doing what is right, serving and protecting, and legitimately getting illegal firearms off of the street.
Well, some officers might say, well, you know what, I understand this is an inconvenience.
Just gonna bring everything into the station and then figure it out there.
But at the end of the day, if what you're saying is true, it'll get thrown out. So no harm, no foul. But what they're not
bullshit.
No harm, no foul.
There is some harm. That is a foul. It's not fair.
Y'all know y'all wrong. And that's on some real shit, because y'all know I ain't did shit wrong. I ain't never been arrested before in my life. In my life.
I don't know why they left that clip in there.
Tomorrow night at 10, we'll try and answer another question.
Eyes front, everybody. Eyes front. Jesus Christ. Just zoomed in on her ass for no reason. Like we should probably, hey, you know what? Let's show the handcuffs. We should probably show the handcuff clip. We should put the clip. I think that's important for the shot. This producer over here horning out, boy. Leave that lady. She's been embarrassed enough by CPD. And again, Tim, get her ass off the fucking screen. Be respectful to the young lady. Get her ass off there.
I'm trying. Hold on 1 second.
All right, I got you.
There we
go. Tim, it's your word.
$2. We need gun control. We don't need gun control. We need cracker control.
Broke my ass.
Tons.
Oh boy.
It's but these it's on the list again of shit that black men just have to look out for randomly. So, brothers, you have been warned. Even if you do have your CCL, apparently there's some bullshit going on with the computers down in fucking Peoria or wherever the state police headquarters is. I think it's Peoria or Springfield. Where you're just not showing up in the computer. Guess we'll just arrest you anyway.
Yeah, I don't think that's a computer. I think that's user error. It sounds like a skill issue.
I mean, and this is, what was it? It was somewhere up north. the local lady at the police station was given the database controls to ICE.
Oh yeah.
Was forwarding the fucking information over to ICE. It's like, what you accessing the database for? Oh, I didn't know you guys could tell that I did that. Yeah, motherfucker, what you keep looking up for? Oh, okay. Yeah, you fired. Don't even worry about it. You work for ICE now. Get out.
All right, Mikey. We got one more video and then we're out of here.
Let's do it.
Economists are warning about a piece of the financial system that could pose a risk, potentially similar in ways to the housing crash that preceded the financial crisis in 2008. It's part of what's been called the shadow banking system, the private credit market, an alternative type of lending to companies that doesn't involve traditional banks. We asked economics correspondent Paul Salman to explain how it works, what's at stake, and why alarm bells are sounding in some quarters.
Bye,
Kay. Aftermarket car part in recent
Kay.
years. Good chance it came from First Brands.
First Brands was a large supplier of auto parts, so things like wiper blades, spark plugs.
Over a decade, the company borrowed heavily to grow, gobbling up 20 companies, employing 25,000 people.
What the fuck?
Until this fall, that is.
The lenders had become a bit concerned about some of the financial goings-on at the company and requested some extra information, which First Brands couldn't provide.
Oh, man.
What happened?
Oh, my God.
And who were its lenders? Many came from the world of private credit.
I just have to ask, Mikey, is his tie pixelated or is that the camera?
I thought I was high. I didn't know everybody else could see that.
Why would you get a tie that's purposely pixelated?
You know, Tim, that might be a pretty cool shirt to wear on stream.
Oh yeah.
We should wear pixelated shirts. We should wear.
Oh my God.
We should wear green shirts with pixelation on them.
Oh my God.
And then even if you don't, okay, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay. All right. All right.
Credit, a part of the global financial system that's exploded in recent years and has some key players in finance rattled.
I probably shouldn't say this, but when you see one cockroach, there'll probably be more. You know, and so we should, everyone should be forewarned on this one.
One such roach, First Brands.
I've been saying this for probably 2 years now, that the next big crisis in the financial markets is going to be private credit.
Okay, but what exactly is private credit?
Private credit is just lending by non-banks, financial institutions like pension funds, insurance companies.
Oh, no.
Why would you do that?
No.
That is not money to be lent out.
Oh, boy.
Companies, sovereign wealth funds, but not going through the banking system, thus the word private. It's grown very rapidly. It's now a sizable player in the financial system.
Growing from a $40 billion market in the year 2000 to nearly $2 trillion today.
No.
The reason for that growth is that after the Great Recession, regulators realized that large financial institutions had been really exposed to making relatively risky bets without having enough of a backstop internally in the form of capital that they held that was available for the bank to draw down on in case some of those bets went sour. And so the result of the aftermath of the crisis and the post-crisis regulation in Dodd-Frank was to say that in order to take those types of risks, it would be more expensive for banks going forward.
As a result, most banks pulled back from riskier lending.
Here's the market.
And private credit stood ready in some sense to take advantage and meet the need of the market to be able to make those types of loans.
For investors, returns on those loans were, well, mouthwatering. Nearly double the rate of government bonds or other loans. So what's the problem?
One of the issues with private credit is the lack of transparency. It's very opaque. It's not like the banking system where it's highly regulated and you know exactly what's going on.
They said, oh, you guys regulated the banks? We don't need that.
We don't need to insure things. We don't need to make sure that there's not like a giant floor that's going to fall out. Jesus. They're so stupid. Like, this is just straight up greed at this point.
Bill
pool is a shame. He's shameful.
Where's Nina? Where's Lena Khan?
Here we don't know very much because it is, private. And so that makes it a little bit more disconcerting.
For example, private credit firms can report the value of their loans according to their own internal models rather than the market price.
Make their own
Marking
rules.
to model instead of marking to market. Problem is, it's nearly impossible to verify that the loans are worth what they're claimed to be.
Most times, no big deal. That's probably just fine. But when you get into, kind of a risk-off environment, when things are moving quickly, prices are falling rapidly, that's when mark to model becomes more of an
Housing.
A loan marked to model could even become a loan marked to zilch. So how serious is the risk posed by private credit to the American economy as a whole?
It's consequential, but it's still, on the small side. And I don't think it's at a place yet where it could do us in.
In some sense, it's a yarn that you start to pull, and you're worried that it's both potentially unraveling, but also that it's potentially connected to all the other parts of the financial system. And the system is still very much reliant on all of these different pieces in a way that regulators don't yet fully appreciate. And I worry none of us fully appreciate the possibility of cascading downturn risk as well.
Most of the market is investment grade. Credit stats are actually improving rather than declining.
Look, says Mark Rowan, CEO of private credit giant Apollo Global Management.
Of course.
There are good.
Oh my God. Apollo Global Management is the top donor to John Cornyn.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
It all ties together, guys.
That's why we can't care about votes from last year. We have to block these motherfuckers at every fucking course.
This dude who's like, it could only good happen, is the top donor to the senator from Texas who is opposing Jasmine Crockett. So
crazy.
Oh, Jesus.
This
See,
place
I told you.
This place is ghetto.
Banks and bad banks, and good insurance companies and
not
bad
even in
insurance
a fun
companies, and
way.
good asset managers and bad asset managers. But there's nothing that I see that is systemic.
Systemic risk. That's the danger.
Oh my
which
God.
starts with risk to, well, viewers like you.
A very
Me?
large percent of the population is affected by this higher risk without knowing it.
Insurance fraud examiner Tom Gober.
I look after policyholders and annuitants. If you have a life insurance policy or an annuity, I'm trying to help you know that you're going to be safe. But now there's a lot of pensioners who are also counting on the same insurance companies that are taking all these risks.
And suppose insurance policy and annuity holders get scared.
Russell wants to know, whose money are they risking by lending it out? Pensioners. Pensioners, people who have life insurance, people who have securities that aren't regulated by banks. God damn it. It's all just one fucking grift, guys.
It's just theft, dude.
They're just moving pieces around on the board. That's all they're doing.
This is a stick up.
Kiddish and start withdrawing their, or I should say,
the money
our
in the
money,
bag.
the money that backs up the private credit loans, putting them in jeopardy. In fact, recent headlines have featured bankruptcies of firms financed largely by private credit.
Billions of dollars vanish. Low-profile bankruptcy rings alarms on Wall Street. Huge home improvement brand files for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, liquidating. First Brands files for bankruptcy. Like, they're behind a lot of this bullshit.
What's the dates on those? Because it's kind of small. Can you see it?
The Reuters one is 2025. The Street one is 2025.
Well, I
assume the
hey
New
Tim,
York.
hey Tim,
Yeah.
that's less helpful than you might think. I know that's this year, but what date?
Oh, September, November, and the other two don't have dates.
So that's Q4, right? Or is that Q1?
September is Q4. September is Q3. November is Q4.
Okay. Just trying to structure, because I mean they know when exactly they're going to go bankrupt. Like they know 2.5 quarters ahead of time that they were going to fucking fold everything up and get the fuck out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So, okay. Very interesting that we'll just start liquidating now that Trump's in charge.
Well, if you go back maybe to last week or the week before, we were talking about how this year the economy shed 1 million jobs. Like there are 1 million jobs, 1 million layoffs.
Right.
And this is part of that.
Right. Oh, right,
So-
right. Them liquidating and closing up
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, we
Cool.
cover it all. We cover it all.
What else what else would people ever need to watch is what I want to know.
Renovo, Tricolor, and where the story began, First Brands. A cockroach operating in the dark, accused of engaging in blatant sleight of hand accounting.
The company or
And
group
wings.
companies would make a sale, generate an invoice, and then sell that invoice or the sort of debt that generates to a third-party investor. And there were huge multi-billion-dollar investments in invoices that First Brands was generating.
Those billions came in large
I
part
know,
from
God.
private credit. That is, private loans backed by invoices. Unfortunately, the head of First Brands.
Well, that doesn't even compute, man.
Nah, dude, they're just fucking stealing. Everything's fucking fake. They're just fucking faking everything to just steal.
That doesn't even make sense. That's like the fucking subprime mortgage swapping that they were doing
On
during
crack.
Oh my God.
It's like triple ninja loans.
Credit default swapping and all that shit.
And then they talk about, these millennials are so lazy. We're lazy. Look at this shit. You call this work?
We stopped them from doing one scheme and they just come up with another.
It's a whack-a-mole.
was
Whack-a-Madoff.
allegedly faking those invoices and selling them more than once.
Oh my God, they're not even real. Oh my God. They're going billions of dollars in on fucking vaporware proposals. Not even the vaporware, the proposal for the vaporware. Jesus Christ. Just fucking pay your taxes. You clearly don't know what to fucking do with money. Just pay taxes.
So I found this on PBS NewsHour. Why the fuck isn't this on every news channel all the time?
Because look who pays for the advertisements.
Like CNBC should be running this 24 hours a day. Hey, by the way, private fucking loans are going to destroy the economy because they're built on nothing.
Literally nothing.
And we're
talking about a company that's now being
Tide goes
accused
in,
of
tide
siphoning
goes out.
off
You
billions of
can't
dollars
explain
to fund its founder and CEO's personal extravagant lifestyle.
That's why the new CEO of the company is suing his predecessor for malfeasance, while a spokesman for the old CEO says he, quote, categorically denies the baseless and speculative allegations contained in the First Brands complaint. But the point is,
we'll slow
First
him down in
Brands,
court.
financed in the so-called shadow banking industry, was operating in the shadows, which leads to the question of the day regarding the private credit industry. Were First Brands and its fellow private credit failures anomalies or an early harbinger of risks, not unlike those that triggered?
The word harbinger is never used in a good connotation.
Good night and good luck. I feel like that's what he's about to sign off with. Like, I feel like we're a little Oberman level fucked.
The financial crisis of 2008. For the PBS NewsHour, Paul Salman.
Private equity firms are expected to lend $800 billion in private credit to AI and data centers in the next 2 years.
That is people's pensions.
They're
giving the pensions to AI. So when nothing comes of it and that money is due back, the bubble will pop.
Oh my God, they're part of the fucking AI bubble.
Yes,
Oh,
the tech dudes.
Jesus.
I told you, the tech dudes are stealing everything. Everything.
Based on fake invoices.
Yes.
God.
Because I'm telling you, because when you talk to anyone who has talked to an AI like progenitor and they're like an early investor on that, they all have these fucking unbelievable, unsubstantiated beliefs, no evidence, no facts, beliefs in what this technology is going to do for them and how much money they're going to get back, because that's what they keep getting promised is like 15, 18, 22% return on investment. Think about that. And then what do they do to make sure that you get your investment? They borrow more money. And then they borrow more money. And they borrow more money. So you know what that is? That you know what that fucking shape looks like? When they have to continually borrow more money to keep paying your asses to just sell memberships to get more memberships.
And once again, here's the private equity guy saying what he believes.
Credit stats are actually improving rather than declining.
Look, says Mark Rowan, CEO of private credit giant Apollo Global Management.
There are good banks and bad banks, and good insurance companies and bad insurance companies, and good asset managers and bad asset managers. But there's nothing that I see that is systemic.
Nothing that he sees that is systemic. So guess what, guys? If you make a bad investment, or if your company goes under because they made a bad investment, fucking oh well. If you fell for this fake fucking scam that we're putting out, where we're just going to take all your money because we're putting out worthless loans. Oh, and if we go under, I'm fine. But everyone who works for me, they're fucked.
And these are people's pensions.
Yeah.
So they're loaning this money out. They don't really give a shit whether or not it comes back. They've been paid for their years, and you know what I mean? Like they have their compensation. So the fact that there's all these extra billions of dollars outside of the billion that they keep for them for running all of this, like outside of that, they don't give a shit if all these people's money just dries up and disappears. They're going to be sitting on 90. I have $90 billion. I don't care if that entire, retirement community just lost their savings. Oh yeah, there he is.
There we go. So here is John Cornyn, Senator of Texas. Oh, who's his top contributor for 2020? Whatever. Oh, it's Apollo Global Management.
No
and then
fucking way.
And then fucking Blackstone.
All right, guys, that shit just pisses me off, man. Okay.
All right, man. Like it's all connected.
Yep.
It's all fucking connected, man.
They're thieves. I don't know how many times we have to tell you. There's no complicated, super like right-wing conservative plan. Just stealing shit. They're just stealing shit. All right, we're out of clips. We made it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for rocking with us. Tonight.
Oh yeah, we got
tonight we play.
Yes. Like and subscribe.
And hit the bell notification so that you guys can see when the nighttime show comes on.
At 3:00 in the morning, your time, or whatever.
Sometimes people are up. 3:00. Hey, yo, I'm up past 3:00 almost every day. So I get it. It happens.
And patreon.com/Boon Podcast.
Do that shit. All right, everybody. In the meantime, please. We don't want to do the whole show without saying anything. The obvious murders and tragedies that have happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've all have had your fill of that media. We didn't feel like we needed to comment on it. There's people doing a much better job than us. We'll give you the other stuff. We know you guys ate that stuff already.
Yeah.
Horribly tragic, horribly sad. Fucked up.
For sure. And not just here, but internationally as well.
Yeah. Just fucked up. How about this? Instead of fucking drink your mink, leave everybody else the fuck alone.
Seriously.
Everybody just don't fucking touch or talk to or look at anyone else until fucking Thursday. God damn. No one talk to each other. Jesus. We'll talk about Candace Owens on Thursday.
Yeah.
Our lovely little viper inside the hen's nest.
The girls are fighting, aren't they?
I like Candace. She says all the mean stuff about black people. And then that way I don't have to say it. Oh no, now she's ripping our movement apart. You can't
All
have
right.
it both ways.
We'll see you tonight for some Delta Green.
Yes. If you dare. But in the meantime, drink your me.